What is going on, everybody? RB here, Philly Take with RB. You guys know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody already up in here. We're back with some Sixers talk. Lots going on, and just really a lot of business to get down to in the next month and a half. Started by a lot in the next week and a half. It's crazy how fast things are going. Again, I go by RB Philly Take with RB, and I'm delighted to be joined up here today by my guy, partner in crime. What is going on? Introduce yourself, my guy.
Yeah. DJ Eastwood, run it back. Home of the most brutally honest. You already know it.
Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody up in the chat. Today, we're going to do something really special. We're going to get to hear from all you guys. Starting in about 15 minutes, we're going to drop the link. You guys can call in, give us your thoughts, your comments, your opinions on the Sixers, the offseason. I mean, we are in a really different position than we were at just a few months ago. It's crazy what's going on with this team. Shout out to everybody up in the chat. We are live on two channels right now, Philly Take with RB and the Run It Back. Now, Run It Back Philly. You want to tell them about your little merchandise and your little name change and everything?
Yeah, I did a little bit of rebranding, I guess you could say. I don't know. I just decided to call it Run It Back Philly. I got sick of the name podcast, I guess. I wanted the word Philly to be part. That's the main thing, actually. I wanted the word Philly to be part of my logo. That's really what I wanted. So, bam, I'm talking Philly, nothing else.
There you go. And this man has a professional logo now. Like it is top notch.
Yes, sir.
I'm not
very professional, but I have a professional logo.
There you go. That's all you need. What's going on, Rick Bennett? Shout out to my channel members up in the building. Again, we are live on two different channels. We already got 61 up in the chat. RW, what is good? Says, I will be calling in. Yeah, we want to hear from all you guys in about 10, 15 minutes. What's going on, everybody? We're going to try to read as many comments as we can. But to start off, my guy, DJ Eastwood, man, it's been a while. A few months ago, we were in a completely different predicament than we were in now. Really, I just want to get your instant thoughts because I haven't talked to you. I mean, with the whole thing, right? The Doc Rivers, Daryl Morey, Dave Yeager, Sam Cassell. I mean, we could go on and on. We even signed a guy named Popeye Jones yesterday as another assistant.
Great name.
Assistants, man. Ton of help. Doc Rivers, I just read a quote about him. He said, I wanted to completely overhaul this organization and build a championship level type of staff. Really, the floor is yours. Tell me, what are your instant thoughts? Like, could you ever have predicted from months ago to be where we were at to now?
No, man. First of all, I take, and you probably take, this sport and these teams way too serious. And I felt trapped in the Brett Brown era. I felt like it was never going to end. It was COVID-19, basically. It felt like there was no timeline for an end. And finally, it's over, and it's like a weight is lifted off your shoulders. And then you start to see, I probably said on a million videos, these people don't know what they're doing. And finally, we get somebody that's coached for 21 years, somebody that's been a GM and made trades and brought all-stars, people that know what they're doing. I feel like they talked to Doc, and Doc was like, face-to-face with Josh Harris whenever they met. He was probably looking at him, and he was probably like, listen, dude, I'm either going to retire or I'm going to do exactly what I want. And they were probably like, hey, we tried, and we clearly can't do anything right. So please come here, and please do everything right. And he just came in and changed everything. This guy's got to go. This guy's got to go. This guy's got to go. All these dudes, man. The one guy was like an analytics expert that was in charge of lineups. I'm like, so you're telling me that these third corner death lineups were because some guy sitting in an office coming up with lineups? It's just that's so ridiculous. I'm just so happy it's all gone and we have a fresh team of people. I really am.
Hey, I agree, man, 100%. I mean, we know this. We needed some structure, right? We needed some fluidity in the organization. I mean, you got this guy sticking his nose where he shouldn't. You got this guy giving his opinion where he shouldn't. We knew Elton Brand didn't do enough to get it done. And at the end of the day, I mean, just to see in a couple months going from Brett Brown and that ownership group, the way they were kind of, involved in the basketball decisions. You said it yourself. We need basketball minds. And that's all we've done is bring a lot of these personnel in. And now we still got some work to do. But I think this is a perfect first step, really, to get us going in the right direction.
Yeah, it was like, I think rich people just think they can do whatever they want. And like, just because you're in that position doesn't mean you know what you're doing. And people run all kinds of businesses into the ground. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're old enough to be. I was in the nightclub scene for years. So many nightclub owners I ran into would be partying, giving away free bottles in their own VIP section, and 2 years later the nightclub's closed and gone because they blew everything, like because they were a rich idiot that didn't know what they were doing. Like, you gotta own the thing, pay people to run it that know what they're doing, and don't even go near it. Just count your money on a beach somewhere.
Right. I mean, I absolutely agree. It's like just some of the things we heard, we just knew like the circumstances weren't right. Like, there's just, I mean, it's just certain things, just simple decisions that are not right. Now, my follow-up question to you would be, obviously, we're both happy with what's going on. I mean, we have some highly qualified executives and basketball minds now in this room. My only question to you would be, do you think the ownership will finally take a step back and finally learn that it is time to let these basketball minds go to work and let them kind of take control?
Yeah, I think they will. I think they really pay attention to social media. Or if they don't, they have people that do. And fans have a huge influence on teams, especially with social media, because when you start to see nothing but negativity from the entire city,
right?
These dudes, their only goal is to make money. They start seeing, okay, if everybody hates us, they're eventually going to stop coming to the game and stop buying the jersey and stop. We don't want that to happen. So we messed up, and we got to get someone that knows what they're doing. So, or they were going to sell the team. It was one of those two. They were going to take a step back, or they were going to sell the team.
Yeah, I agree. I like, honestly, I thought they were going to like clear house, but at the end of the day, here we are. I know they want to make some super regional sports network. Don't know how those plans are going to go. But at the end of the day, all I care about is Sixers basketball. More so than just getting these basketball minds in here, I think this is the key step in taking the next development step with our stars. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, complimenting them better. Actually, let me hear your thoughts on that, because I know you've been profound about this as well as I have, and a lot of people are chit-chatting to me, Ben Simmons might be on a move. This guy might be on a move. What are your thoughts? Do we move forward with Ben and Joe, and what do we do with this roster?
I think we move forward with Ben and Joe, definitely. If you look at 2017, that was the highest rated offense out of all these years, which is crazy. You traded a bunch of draft picks, brought in a bunch of big names, and you got worse, all because of fit. And that 2017 team was Brian Colangelo, who nobody liked. He's a big douchebag, but he knows what he's doing when it comes to building a basketball team. Elton Brand came in here, and I don't know if Elton Brand was making the decisions or if Brett Brown was so arrogant that he thought, like, I coached Tim Duncan, we need to do this. And they let everybody have a say, and we ended up with the most clunkiest roster I've ever seen with no spacing on the floor. It was just, I think they're going to try to get, they're saying it's worked before. We just got to do it the right way. I don't think they're going to trade anybody major. If you can get rid of that Al Horford contract, they will, I think. But even if you can't, I think Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers have an idea of, like, all right, he's not going to play a lot just because he's paid $110 million. We're going to use him the way he needs to be used. Yeah. That was another thing. They thought he had to be on the floor with Embiid and all that stuff because of what they paid him. It was just, no, I don't think they're going to make any major trades. I really don't.
Yeah, it was atrocious. I mean, just for someone in their right mind to tell me that Ben Simmons should be traded, a kid at the age of 24 who can essentially do everything but shoot the ball, and we've only seen him under Brett Brown as an NBA coach. I mean, I just don't understand that kind of thinking. Like, at least give it a year or two, see where these guys go, see how they start to develop, because now we have a name brand guy who's going to get the best out of them on a daily basis, which is something we never saw the last couple years. I think this offseason is about complimenting them better, whether it's in the draft, whether it's in free agency, right? I think that, look, Daryl Morey, I know I saw your video about it. You said you were kind of scared that Daryl Morey could pull the trigger on a big-time trade. I think he's going to pull a trade to try to get someone in here next to Ben and Joe. I really do, because when you sit down with that roster right now, do we stack up with everyone else in the East? No, we need a shooter. We need a big primetime shooter. That's just my thoughts on it, but I'd love to hear what you think on it.
Yeah, you need shooters. And Daryl Morey talked 2 or 3 days ago. he sat down with John Clark, I think, NBC Sports or something, and he said, all the people keep saying we're going to make a big trade because of all the trades I made in the past, but he was like, those trades were at a rebuilding phase, and that was to bring in a superstar. And he was like, this team already has 2 superstars.
Right.
We just need to work the pieces around them to make it work. So, but yeah, you definitely need shooters. If you look at all those teams, 2017, everybody on the floor could shoot the ball.
Yep.
I can't fathom how somebody thought that Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons needed another big man on the floor. That's just, I'll never get over it. I really won't. That's just so stupid to me.
And you make a great point about 2017. I'd like to remind people that when we went on that big stretch, especially at the end of the season, and obviously, like you said, there was a lot more spacing with Ben Simmons and Joe, the way Ben Simmons was able to operate. But the funny thing about it is that we did it with guys like Robert Covington and Dario Saric. Now, I know people love them. They're the process heroes. To me, they're not quality guys on a championship type of team. You know what I mean? They're decent talent, but nothing over the top. So the fact that our stars were able to look that good with guys like that is crazy to me. But you got to remember, we had a J.J. Redick. We had a Marco Bellinelli. We had a Ilyasova who was hitting from deep. I mean, we need those type of guys. And right now, that is the job to go out and get them.
With these two, you need space. They're two big guys that one won't shoot, one likes to shoot and maybe shouldn't shoot that much, and you need space. And at the end of the day, Tobias Harris, defenders can sag off of him because he misses wide open shots all day long. Defenders sag off of Al Horford, and you just ruined all the space. And now it was just like jam and everything. I started to hate watching it.
Yep. Every single game was painful, and we both know that. Shout out to Superhero. I mean, it's a great point. It says the thing with the Daryl Morey was Morey wasn't going to let them touch the roster. I agree. That is the type of guy Daryl Morey is, which is why I thought that we wouldn't even go out and sign the guy, because I just felt like it was years down the road from even happening, if anything. And I thought that Elton Brand wouldn't be here if we went out and got Morey. So I'm kind of surprised that he kind of, took a step back and said, really, I just did not get it done. But
yeah, I think maybe ownership felt bad for him a little bit because they hired him and labeled him the GM, but they were still involved. Brett Brown was still involved. It was a collective effort. So maybe they're like, all right, we're going to let you be the GM now, and we're going to step out of it and do it the right way, I hope.
Yep. Auto Sound says the Sixers need to stop going for big names. We need the right dogs around Ben and Joe. I absolutely agree. And we're about to talk just for a few minutes, and then we are going to get your guys' phone calls in. We're going to drop the link in the chat in a few minutes, so stay tuned. We got 100 people in the chat. Again, go support both of our channels. The links are down in the description. We want to know all your thoughts, and I'm going to ask DJ Eastwood. In terms of the draft, I know it's kind of come up fast here. I mean, it's in a week and a half. It's crazy to think. And then I think free agency opens like a couple days after, and then they're going to open this trade ban where teams are going to start trading. And in my opinion, I feel like teams have probably already talked to players, went behind, and they already have deals sorted out in some aspects. But in your opinion, are there any free agent names, any trade targets, any potential draft picks that just stand out to you? Or, I mean, it's kind of a weird year, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a weird year. And like I was saying to you before we got on live, I didn't even really watch college basketball this year. And then I thought, did it even happen? And you were telling me there was a regular season and there was no March Madness. And I'm like, I didn't even really watch anybody play college basketball. So I don't really even, I read about the Terrell Terry kid a little bit. And then people told me he's not going to fall to number 21. And, I just want elite level role players, Montrezl Harrell type of players, those kind of guys that play hard defense, can catch and shoot. Don't care if they're coming if they're the fourth man off the bench or the first man. Just elite role players is what you need, and people that can shoot the damn ball, man.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. We need shooters. I think that if we I still think we got to move one of the big contracts, and I put my faith in Daryl Morey to get it done, even though it is going to be a short-term kind of thing here. Maybe we move him during the season. Who knows? But there's definitely some key vets out there. I think a vet would actually be kind of important to our team. Just a guy that can come in because, again, that was one of the biggest things with J.J. Redick that people never understood, right? Even though he did get torched on the defensive side of the ball, and obviously he could shoot lights out, he was a vet. He talked about it. He does a podcast. He even said it himself. He said,
Mhm.
I was the glue guy there. I kind of kept things together. And like you said, one of these tough guys, whether it's a Morris brother, whether it's a Jay Crowder, I think we need one of those guys to come in here and just, pound it every single night. So I'm going to be looking for free agency in the draft. I hope. Look, I want to know your opinion on this because we kind of go back and forth about this, but I think that Ben Simmons is going to kind of transition to like a point forward type of role under Doc. He's not going to have the ball all the time, but he's not going to have the ball. So I think we need a combo guard to kind of plug in next to Ben, who can kind of be his Kyrie to his LeBron, if that makes sense. So
that's absolutely what it is. Yeah, that's absolutely what it is, and that's what they tried to do with Markelle Fultz. It's like that, but that's because that was Brian Colangelo. He knew what he was doing when it came to building a basketball roster. He knew Ben Simmons wasn't a point guard in the half court, and people still argue all the time. I just feel like I don't want to insult people's intelligence, but anybody that knows the game can see that if they play 15 feet off, you can't play point guard. There's nothing you can do.
Right.
So you need a guy in the half court that can at least run a pick and roll and make the defense move, and then Ben can do his thing, getting rebounds, running transition. There's plays you can run for Ben in the half court with him and the ball in his hands, but having ball handling guards on the team at the same time is perfect. I mean, Trey Burke only got like a couple chances, and he looked amazing with Ben Simmons on the floor. It was like a perfect fit, and Brett Brown was like, nah, we don't want to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, you need you need a combo guard.
Yeah, I think they need kind of what you said, what Markelle Fultz was supposed to be on this team and didn't pan out to be. I really feel like they would have put Ben in that role, but I feel like Doc Rivers is finally going to be the piece to come in and, lay it down. I feel like there's been no identity, and we've talked about that for years now. I mean, but this is finally the time. So, I mean, there's no excuse not to go out and get a guard in this draft, a talented guard. There's a lot, especially that are going to fall. But yeah, with that being said, we just got to get better. We got to get more talent on this roster. Shout out to everybody up in here. We got 115 up in the chat, live on 2 different channels, Philly Take with RB and Run It Back Philly. So with that being said, at this time, we are going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. Now there can only be about 8 to 10 people backstage. I can see the order, so I'll bring you guys on as we go. If you can't get in right away, we'll just wait a few minutes, try to get back on. And then the only other thing we ask is that you keep it professional as always. But with that being said, we're going to paste the link in each chat now. So we're going to pin it to the top so you guys can come on.
Oh, here we go.
Let me see.
Oh, I have to paste it in the comment and then pin it, right?
Yeah, so you're going to paste the link in your comments and then pin it to the top.
All right, there we go. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the Markelle Fultz thing didn't work out, but I also they didn't try it again after that didn't work out. I think Shake Milton came out of nowhere, and he was like that kind of player a little bit, but they didn't really try to get a star level or a starting level player that can complement Ben Simmons like that.
Right. Hold on, let me just pin this real quick. I don't know why it erased from me, but let's see.
Who said don't bring no Cowboys conversation in here, dog? Who's talking about the damn Cowboys? Let's do it. Where are you at? I can't see the Cowboys comment, but I wanted to laugh about it. Because they stink!
They're terrible. They're terrible. That's why we're up here talking Sixers. All right, so I think I pinned it, and I think DJ Eastwood did. We already got 4 callers up in here. So with that being said, shout out to everybody, and we're going to try to get to as many as we can. So let's go ahead and bring on our first caller. What's going on? Let's go Birds HD.
Yeah.
What's good?
Oh, we got video. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
and just to make that clear, you guys can put on your video if you'd like. If not, then you'll just be audio. No problem. So it's up to you.
All right. So the Sixers are amazing. Like, I literally watched both Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons highlights today to, get a refresher of what we could do. And Joel, this offense is good. Ben averaged like what, 30, like 18, 19 points last year. He didn't even shoot the ball. And he averaged 34 points in the one game that he took a 3-pointer. 34.7 assists. Like, imagine if he could actually start shooting threes, more mid-ranges, stuff like that. And then a guy like a CP3, maybe a pick and roll with Joel Embiid, like, or Buddy Hield. Like, we just need a shooter. I watched a video about that. I forgot his name, but that guy RB talking about that he was a shooter. He's a guy that we could get. You know, he's a spot-up shooter. He could make the shots that we need because we were a horrible shooting team. And with Doc Rivers here and all these amazing coaches that we have, there's no way that we don't get to the NBA Finals.
Right. And if I was to ask you, do you think that Ben Simmons is going to start shooting the ball? And if so, how come?
If he doesn't start shooting the ball, I'm not going to watch the Sixers. Like, I will. But,
well, you might as well turn it off right now because I ain't happening.
yeah, but he's going to start shooting it, like, not too much, but he will start shooting it. Doc is going to force him to shoot the ball because Doc is, like, an offensive guy. Like, the Clippers were a top 3 offense last year. They were great. Like, posted some records, I think, of scoring some points. So Ben Simmons, I think, will be used like a Paul George or a Kawhi a little bit, but he won't shoot too much.
There you go. And I'll let Eastwood answer the question after this, but do you think is there any guys you're looking for in free agency, draft, anyone that stands out to you?
I mean, I'm not really familiar with anyone in this NBA draft. Okay. But a trade for a CP3, that would be great. What was his name? The guy from the Clippers. I forgot his name. He's a power forward that got traded to OKC. He's another guy. Buddy Hield.
Oh, Gallinari.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Another
Gallinari
guy
will be nice too.
Yep. Hey, there you go. Anything, Eastwood?
Yeah, the Ben Simmons 34-point game was the one with Trey Burke. Remember that. And he didn't play the fourth quarter. He would have had 45 easy. They just need to find a guard like that can play next to him. Yep. I mean, there was a pick and I think I showed it on one of my videos. There was a pick and pop where Trey had the ball, Ben sets a screen and pops out and shoots a 3. I'm like, I wanted to see it more. And Brett didn't want it to happen, but I hope they can make it happen. I hope Doc can make that happen a lot more.
There you go. And last question I'll ask you, do you think the Sixers are going to have a solid season?
Yeah, they're going to have a solid season. Of course, their offense is going to be top 2 behind the only team that can challenge us offensively right now is the Lakers and the Clippers. But we will have a solid season, over 60 wins for the first time, for sure. And there's no way we won't get to the NBA Finals.
There we go. There we go. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy. Shout out to you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for the call.
Appreciate you, man. All right, let's go ahead and
comments. Eddie, I see you.
What happened?
One of my subscribers, Eddie Mallard, he always comments with the flame emojis. He's always talking about smoking. He said, "Put me on the Sixers, I'll smoke everyone."
There we go. We got a bunch of people calling in. Let's go ahead and get the next person up in here. We got YouTube, the HPL. What's going on, YouTube HPL? What you got for us? Hello? Hello?
YouTube HPL. That's a weird name. It's a bot.
I think I heard you. What's up? Yeah. What's up?
Oh, I think in the draft we need to go after Sadiq.
I was breaking up too much.
Hey, you're breaking up a little bit, my guy.
You know.
Say it again. We need to go after what?
All right. Hey, HPL, go out and come back in, and then I'll get you in front of the line again. Right? I can hear you, but you're kind of breaking up.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, what's
All
up?
right. Yo, just go out and come back in, and I'll bring you back in. All right. All right. Let me get let's see. Braden, Sixers all day. Braden, RW, what's up, man?
What's up, Braden?
Can you hear me? Good.
We can
Yes,
hear you.
sir.
Okay. So my thoughts on Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons needs to shoot the ball. He has to shoot, or and he will be one of the best players in the league. If he doesn't shoot, he will not. He'll still be a good player for his defense, but he won't be the best player. And for free agency, draft, and trades, I don't know anybody in the draft except like the big names like James Wiseman, LaMelo Ball, and like Anthony Edwards. But so yeah. But free agency. But for trades, I have Al Horford for Buddy Hield. We have to do that trade because then we get a good shooting guard. We can move Josh to the 1 at shooting guard. We can have Buddy. Small forward we can have Tobias, and power forward we could have Ben. And then at the center we could have Joe. Well, and for Harden stuff, don't believe it. Don't believe it. So yeah, I don't think it's good. And yeah,
I like it. I like it. Hey, Braden, how old are you?
I am currently 9.
Wow, man, you know a lot about what you're talking about for being 9 years old. I don't even think I was watching the NBA when I was 9 years old. So shout out to that.
Hey, shout out to you,
Impressive.
Braden. Who's your favorite Sixer?
My favorite Sixer is probably Ben Simmons. I'm repping the jersey right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go. And you think Ben Simmons is gonna finally shoot the ball this year?
yeah, with Doc. Rip Brown, no.
There you go. And you think we're gonna beat the Celtics this year?
Yeah, we're gonna sweep them.
There you
Oh,
go.
we're gonna sweep that. I like it.
Yeah,
I love the energy. Hey, any bold takes before I let you go?
Yes, I have a bold take.
Let's hear it.
We have 63 wins and win the NBA Finals.
There you go. I love it, man. Hey, shout out to you. Appreciate you for coming on, my guy.
Thanks, Braden.
Thanks.
Hey, Braden.
I might be back, so.
All right. There you go.
Leighton Woodley said Braden would outcoach Brett Brown in the playoffs.
Hey, let us
My
know.
money's on Braden.
Let us know in the chat who would outcoach. I think it would be Braden, but appreciate you, my guy. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're just trying to get to the comments as well. We're going to bring in, let's see, we got NBA Fan. NBA Fan, what's up, man?
Yo, what's good, bro? How you doing?
What's good? What's good?
All right, that's what I think they need to do. They need to trade Al Horford, bro. And we need to trade that OKC pick because nobody's going to take Al Horford just by itself. Draft picks are gonna take that next call, take that make the next step. That's my prediction.
Okay. Now, my question back to you would be, now you're trading Al Horford, you're trading the 21st pick, right? So who are you trading that for? And, are we getting a lot back, or how are we going to address the shooting issue on this team?
To me, I'd go for Buddy Hield, dude, but that would be my thing. I don't think you would go for CP3 at this age. I like him. He's a great like all-time great point guard, but he's not going to be like the one that how do I explain? Like he's not going to he's going to be a good leader, but I don't think it's worth it to have him at like this age. I think Buddy Hield, quick trigger, catch and shoot.
There you go.
And I think if you have a late round, they got to figure out how to way to also develop a point guard to play alongside Ben Simmons. I think this might be a stretch, but I think if you can get something more out of Shake, like get him build his confidence up, perfect guy to put around as a point guard. And then get rid of Josh J. Rich, bro. That broken ass jump shot, man. Just so bad, bro.
Jay Rich's jump shot, you mean? Or both?
Dude, it's the worst thing to watch, man.
Oh,
It's
bad.
boom or bust. It's boom or bust.
Interesting. Now, let me ask you, do you think the 21st pick and Al Horford gets it done straight up for Buddy Hield?
I hate to break it to you, but like they might have to give up Matisse in that.
Ooh.
But I'm like, dude, at this point, I'm just like, you need offense, bro.
Hey, I'll digress
Dude.
to TJ, but people know how I feel about Matisse. I think he's the next coming of, a multi-time defensive player of the year. So I'll let him answer that. But
He is. He
Good.
said you need offense, and that's I like to take because we needed offense, and we drafted another defensive player, and Matisse is going to be great, but you're right, we need offense. I think if Buddy Hield wants out, if the Kings get the 21st pick straight up, that's a good trade for them. If they take the 21st pick and Al Horford, they get a center who's experienced. They're taking on a lot of money, but if they just want to, if they got that cap space and they just want to eat, I think Horford in that 21st pick should get it done if Buddy Hield wants out of there.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean, it's just weird because like I feel like then they're gonna be like, oh, you just gave us an old man and like just like a draft pick. I don't know. I'm just also curious. What do you guys think of like Zaire Smith? Is it like over for him or like it's over? You think?
I'm done.
Yeah, that Mikal Bridges trade is so bad. So bad. I don't understand the Zaire Smith stuff at all. I remember when they were making the trade and I watched his highlights, and all I see is like alley-oop dunks that I could see from literally 100 million people in any city, anywhere. Everybody can dunk the ball, but these Sixers owners saw him do a 360 dunk, and they were like, "Oh, this is the next Michael Jordan. We got to get this guy." They have no idea what they're talking about.
Yep, I agree. And before we get you out of here, keep in mind, everybody, the season's only going to be 72 games. So do you have any early win predictions, any record predictions?
So I think this like they have a chance at being the top teams I think will be Milwaukee and the Nets, and then I think we'll be 3 or 4 probably. I think like that's like the best, and then you kind of have to build off that to get. Obviously, like I'd love to be like a 1 or 2 seed, but like I just don't see it happening. I think it'll be 3 or 4, but I definitely think we'll be better than Miami, and I'm confident we'll be better than Toronto. I don't think Toronto is going to be as good next year as they are.
There you go.
That's my prediction.
I love it, man. Hey, appreciate
50 win
call,
season, 50+ win season.
I love it. Shout out to you,
call.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Keep in mind, in a 72-game season, like 40 wins is a pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 40 is the new 50 almost.
Yeah.
40. You think of 40 wins like 500, but 40 wins is 40 and 32. So.
Right. I'm actually not even that worried about the regular season. It's more the postseason. You know what I mean? Can we get through to the second round and third round? But hey, we'll see. Next, we're bringing on 76ers Universe. Shout out to my guy, aka Superhero 18. What's going on, my guy?
Hey guys,
Oh, there he is.
What's going on, my guy?
I'm doing great. Nighttime chill. I had a hoagie, and now I'm here talking Sixers basketball with 2 of my bros.
Hey, love it, man. Hey, what you got
Had a
for us?
hoagie.
Well, like you all, I'm excited about Dale Morey. I'm excited about that Rivers, and like I wrote on the comments, if we had kept that for 8 years, I would have pulled all my money together. We would have stormed out to the Harrison office, and it was like, give us the team, or give us the team. I just couldn't stand it anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
I
we're
couldn't
right
either.
there with you.
You would need a lot of money. You got that much money? You would need a lot of money.
I'm just an average Joe, but isn't that the ironic part? You got these jackass rich guys who don't know anything, and then you got the Joes like us who know everything, but we don't have the money to go do what we need to do.
You're
But
absolutely
hey,
right.
we got Dale Morey, we got Doc Rivers. He built a phenomenal staff. Dave Georgia, Sam Cassell, that defensive guy from the Pacers, actually getting a lot from the Pacers. Like literally, Popeye Jones was an assistant with the Pacers, and they got that cap guy from the Pacers. Hey, I don't mind being for the Pacers since, ironically enough, and last season I couldn't believe it, and I was mad about it. We lost a season standing to no offense to Pacer fans. I did not think that Pacer team was better than us. That's how happy it was.
Hey, there you go. I want to ask you personally because I know your opinion on Ben Simmons. You know, you're one of them guys where he's got to be better, right? He's got to take this next step in his transformation. What do you think about keeping these guys together for some years?
Well, see, my thought with Ben Simmons is this. There are two ways that Ben can take that leap. The one we all know, the jump shot. I'm a DJ on this. It's not coming, okay? 4 years, he keeps teasing us with his Instagram crap, but we know it's not real. Do it in a game, then I might think about it. The second way that he can do it, and the most interesting way that he can do it, is by being a penetrator. Can he drive to the hoop all the time, consistently? You know, J.J. Redick made that comment 2 years ago when we lost to the Boston Celtics. That was the next step, and we haven't seen it. We saw it for 2 months last year, where he was the power forward, screening and rolling and doing all those type of things. That's what we need from Ben. I mean, it's nothing against Ben personally. Great rebounder, great defender, but when you're paid $29 million, $29 million, I need more than 15 a night, especially if you're going to start guys like Josh Richardson and Tobias Harris, who also aren't getting it done offensively. Terrell just needs the number 2, and I don't know where it's coming from.
Hey, I hear you, man. Look, I think Ben Simmons is going to just keep getting better, and I think now that Ben Simmons has an established guy like a Doc Rivers in there, I think we're going to see some good things out of Ben.
I agree.
Let me get your opinion. I know I'm not sure if you follow the draft or free agency. Any top targets that you want? Any guys you're looking at closely?
Yeah, both with free agency and with the draft. Well, with free agency, there are a lot of free agents, a lot of average ones too. If you could get a sign and trade with Joe Harris, that'd be great. 3.2 from the Brooklyn Nets. He can knock down some threes. If you end up moving Horford, get yourself a cheap backup. See, I understand where they were going with Horford, but it's like you can use your draft pick to get that. Like, backup bigs in the NBA, what we found out last year, there's no such thing as a 6-man big man because the positions are Joel Embiid is getting 38 a night, Ben Simmons is getting 38 a night, you got Toby 35 a night. What 15 a night going to do for a big man? Unless you're Boban Marjanovic. So unless you're a scorer like that, it's literally a waste of space. Should have just used a draft pick for a backup big man. But
Exactly.
sorry.
And a waste of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew he was only going to play 15 minutes a game, and you paid him $109 million. It's going to go down in history as one of the dumbest things I've ever seen happen.
Like you could have got a guard or a forward. Like if you knew the bench, here's the funny thing about that. If you remember last month, Brett Brown was like, "Oh, I would like to move Ben to the 4, but we didn't know we had a guard until Shake Milton." You had 2 off seasons to tell the brand, "Hey, I need a star guard here." It was like a 5-minute conversation. So either you just sat there and let them sign Al Horford, or what he said about Horford occupying that low post spot last month. You remember that ridiculous comment? He must have endorsed Al Horford. So you made your own bed and you got fired as a result.
Yeah.
$110 million down the drain.
One quick comment on the draft. Desmond Bain, I'm on that train because he can handle the ball. He's 6'4". He could shoot. I really like him. Tyler Terry, I was hot on him too. And there are a couple of second rounders I'll quickly mention. Eric Hinton is a forward guard out of the University of Houston. Maybe get drafted, maybe he won't. But he's a phenomenal rebounder. 8 rebounds a game for a guard, and he's just going after it. It's like the Reggie Evans of guards, but he could shoot. Career 40% three-point shooter. So he could shoot, rebound, defend. Count me in. And the other second rounder, who, in my opinion, should be a first rounder, everyone is polarized on him because he had a great senior year, but he didn't have a good sophomore or junior year, is, I believe the name is Patrick Pritchard. I might have gotten his name wrong. Senior guard out of Oregon. He's quick. He's a great passer. And he can shoot the ball. Like, a lot of the plays give you the Steve Nash feel. But then some of the people think it's a Fred VanVleet. Either way, the kid looks too talented not to be given a shot. So there are my thoughts on the draft and the agency.
I love it. I love it. Hey,
Yeah, I like it.
before we let you go, give us your way too early win prediction for the Sixers.
Yeah, you know, like running back said 40 is the new 50, so I'm actually thinking 45, 46, maybe 42 at the worst. It'll take a little bit of time to get them acclimated, a little time to gel. But I'm actually really excited to watch this team offensively because, and I swear, I promise I'll get the video on it sometime, I promise. But Doc Rivers runs the 21 offense, which very basically, a quick minute explanation is that you got the ball in the corner. That corner where it's like near there's this line and Shaheen, and there's this corner the top of the corner, and then you're going to basically have a screen, and this early offense, you pass the ball to Ben, and you get the screen here, and all Ben has to do is take the screen and run straight to the rim. That's the 7-second offense of us that might be in Tony runs. Doc Rivers runs it too, but with Doc, and we all know he cared more about defense. So you get both things. You wanted to have that offense, you got that offense, but with someone who cared about defense. So I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see Ben in this offense.
Hey, love it, man. Think he's going to develop. Appreciate you for calling in, my guy. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, good to see you.
Appreciate you. Hey, it says right now there's like a bunch of people trying to join in. I promise we're going to get to all these. Don't worry. As people leave, you can join in. So shout out to everybody.
Hey, now I know why his comments are so long on my videos, man. He knows what he's talking about, and he has a lot to say.
And he just started a YouTube channel called Sixers Universe, like his name was. So go check him out. I definitely subscribe to him, and if you don't, go ahead and check out his content.
He really knows what he's talking about. I might start texting him like, "Hey, what's up with the draft? What are the players I should be looking at?" Like, he might
there you go, inside
behind the scenes guy.
There you go. Hey, we got K Dot coming into the chat, man. K Dot, what's good, man?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
It was good, yeah. So my main point was that Ben's a tall dude. He's 6'10", so we should probably load manage him next season because this season he was starting to get injuries and shit, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I'll let Eastwood get an opinion on that. I have my own opinion about load management, but I'll let him go.
I mean, I remember saying that in a video that we just assumed Ben Simmons was invincible, and we didn't even take into account that he's also 6'10", 6'11", and he starts getting lower back injury, a knee injury, and we're like, all right, maybe we should start treating him like a center and not run him 40 minutes a game for 82 straight games.
Yeah, plus we forget that he's 6'10", so a lot of weight goes on his joints and shit. I'm not biologist or something, but yeah. That. And the second point, it was Ben, everybody says Ben starts shooting threes, the MVP straight off, but the main reason we want him to shoot threes is because he'll space the floor for Embiid, right? But even if he does start shooting three, people with how they treat Westbrook and Giannis, they're still gonna sag off because that's not the best option for him, him shooting threes. So I don't know if that's the best case scenario. Obviously, he needs to shoot 1 or 2 threes, especially when the shot clock's running down and not pass it away and just being allergic. What do you think about that?
Just my opinion on that. I think you're absolutely right. It's not gonna come just full fruition right away where he's just gonna start jacking up 8 a game. He has to take, like you said, when the shot clock's expiring, right? Or if he has an open corner three, those are the ones I'm looking for, right? You can't pass those up. You got an open shot. Take the shot, Ben. Just take the shot. It's going to start coming more naturally. I think he even needs an inside game. I think he needs a 10-foot jumper, right? A little floater, something like that, just to get him going. He's got to get in that rhythm. But I'll let Eastwood answer to that.
I think him not shooting was so frustrating because we saw him shoot and we saw how good it looked, and the swish didn't even touch the rim, and the follow through, and it looked like a perfect. Or you know what I mean? If he was out here shooting like Hassan Whiteside or something, then we'd be like, yo, never shoot the ball again. Please don't shoot threes ever in your life. But it's it looks like he can do it at a decent percentage. He just won't do it.
Yep, I agree. Yeah. I think we're going to need to see a lot of development in that sense, but I think the confidence, like Eastwood said, I mean, we know the guy can shoot. He can shoot. He just has to do it consistently and get whatever's in his head out. But, hey, let me ask you, what do you think about the Sixers season? Any other targets you're looking for? And what do you think what's your way too early win total for the Sixers?
Well, I think we're going to get 40 to 45 dubs, I'd say, around that much. And that's about one interesting prediction I got is that the Nets, I don't know if KD can come back. He's 30-something with Achilles injuries. And obviously in the history, Achilles injuries, not Achilles, sorry, what is it called? ACL or whatever happened. So that's a pretty big devastating. So I don't know if he can carry the way he did. Like, I don't know if he's as good as he was with the Golden State and stuff. And I don't know how he'll mesh with Kyrie too. So maybe Ben, what's it called? Sixers might be second seed this season. Who knows?
Yep. That's a good take. That's a really good take.
The Nets are going to implode, and I can't wait for it, man. Those two guys are absolute head case narcissistic maniacs. I cannot wait for that team to implode.
Hey, I agree, man. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy.
No problem.
Shout out to you, man. Have a good one.
You too.
Later, K-Dot.
All right. Next, we got RJ for Sixers. What's going on, my guy?
Hey, yo, dog, what's going on, yo? You already know who I'm repping today. You already
RJ,
know,
what's up?
man.
Hey,
For them
I like
Cowboys,
that.
first of all. Dude, he was talking crazy in the comments, talking about something. What y'all think about the Cowboys? I was like, hold on. Hey, that's just disrespectful.
Why? Because
But no, man.
Because
Hey, man, you already know.
Gilbert Grape looked good for a couple
I just
possessions.
I just want Ben going crazy this year for real. Like, I am sick and tired of the ball acting like he can't shoot the ball. Like, dog, you nice. Like, you know what I mean? Just all you gotta do is just trust yourself. And you are and Joel Embiid, man, if all we need really is a full healthy season. Like, we can't get a healthy season. That's another reason why everybody be snapping in the comments and our Twitter be going crazy, because we can't keep a guy healthy for more than 20 games. Like, I'm like, dog, it get crazy. And so hopefully this year we're gonna be all right with the with trying to keep these guys healthy, man. Like you was talking about earlier with the load management. Yeah, the Bulls 6'10", like he kind of got it. Like, we can't be running him like a horse all the time, even though the ball is nice. But he ain't no LeBron. Like, he ain't working out. He ain't got the same trainer like LeBron. Like, it's a lot of guys that's not working on their body like that. Especially when Ben Simmons, you see him on fucking Call of Duty. Like, come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? He ain't working out like LeBron. So we want him to be LeBron, but he not. So, you know what I mean? But
Hey, there you go. My question for you would be, what do you think Ben Simmons' ceiling is in the NBA?
man, Ben Simmons ceiling, the ball, he's in my opinion, I think he is a triple double. He could be a triple double assassin, dog. And I don't got no problem with him scoring 15 tonight. Everybody want him to score 28, 29. Like, I want him to score 15, but I want him to if he gonna be scoring 15, he just make sure he continues being a beast with the rebounds. And oh yeah, and that's another thing. Rebounding, dog. Come on, dog. The rebounding was crazy last year. Y'all seen that shit, dog. Like, it made no sense that we got 3 centers and nobody can't get the rebound. Like, what in the world? But no, yeah, I think he's a triple double assassin, dog. And we could continue to develop his game with backcourt front court efficiency with his rebounding, and his defense and his stealing. If he can add a hit, dog, he could be an Oscar Robertson for real. And that's why I'm like, dog, if he could just, all he had to do is just continue to just being confident with stretching the floor out. Because if everybody paying Embiid, he got 3 people on him. Like, you know what I'm saying, you scared to shoot the ball, it's gonna be a wreck. But if he can attack the basket and make sure that he get the rebounds, the assist gonna come. That boy, I don't even gotta say nothing about his assist.
Mm-hmm.
The boy, he about that. But we just gotta make sure we get some spot up shooters so he can continue to do his thing. But his ceiling is definitely a triple double assassin, dog. He another Russell Westbrook in my eyes for real.
There you go. So what do you think about the Sixers season this year? You think we're finally going to turn it around, given this whole new staff and this whole revamp? What's your predicted win total? Way too early win total.
All right. I love this coach. Like, dog, when they said Bill, when they said fucking Sam Cassell's coming, and fucking, I was like, dog, I was hype as I'm up, man. because these guys is dogs. Like, Doc know how to win, but I'm scared though, because he played for the fucking Celtics, dog. So I don't know if he gonna be, you know what I mean? Him and Brett Barron, and Brett from Boston, and what's it called? You know what I mean? I hope he ain't got none of that Celtic stigma with him, dog. We don't need none of that bad luck. But hopefully he can develop the dude like Rondo, develop his guys like make Ben Simmons play like Rondo, play like a dog, like him, like he, you know what I'm saying? Because you see how Rondo did this year, like, whew,
I hear you, man.
crazy in the second half of the season.
Total?
Like you said, bro, I'm not worried about the season. They gonna get there regardless, dog. Because who else they got outside the Nets, the Bucks, and Toronto? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really focused on too much of the Pacers, which we should be trading with them to try to get some shooters. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not really necessarily worried about the rest of the season. I think we're gonna be about fourth or third seed, hopefully. I'm not looking for first or second, because you already know if Kevin Durant is even 85%, is a wrap for this. It's a wrap for us. So that's what I'm looking forward to, seeing how we match up against dogs, because we was killing it at home court, but as soon as we leave outside the porch, dog, it was a wrap for us, for real. So
Yeah,
I gotta
agree,
see what we do away. That's all I care about. If our winning percentage is more than fucking 20 games away, then dog, we in there for real. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, man. Got to be more consistent. But hey, appreciate the call, my guy. Shout out to you,
so
bro.
45 wins. 45 wins, dog. I got 45 wins, hopefully.
I love it. Hey, appreciate you, my guy.
All right,
Have a
man.
good one, bro.
Man, thanks.
Hey, DJ, man, I'm always, bro, I love your fucking channel, dog, for real. You be talking that real shit. Me and my stepdad be like, yo, this man be for real. Like, everything you think of, I was like, dog, this man be for real. And thank you, RB,
Thanks.
man, for putting me on the show, man. That's what's up.
Appreciate you, my guy. Shout out to you, bro.
All right, dog.
Yeah, man, thanks.
All
That's what
right.
it's all about in sports talk, man. You say an opinion and you stick to it. You don't let people that disagree with you change your opinion. You just keep it going. People are going to hate it. Some people are going to love it. It is what it is.
Yep. I love it, man. Hey, next. All right. So we got a bunch of people trying to join in. We're going to try to keep these going here. Next, we got BLSG. What's good, my guy?
What's up?
What's good? What's
Yo.
good? What you got for us?
The Sixers are just going to be really good this year. I mean, with them having head coach Doc Rivers, man, no more Brett Brown.
Yeah.
No more Brett Clown in town.
No more Brett
It's a
Clown.
new era. It's a new era.
Yep. And you think our stars are going to develop now, Ben and Joe? And what are you thinking?
Joel Embiid will be a star 100%. Ben Simmons, he can kind of work on it a little bit, but I was kind of looking up like the NBA mock draft for next year, and someone who could back him up like big time here is Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State. He is the #1 mock draft pick overall, and I really think we could use him to back up Ben Simmons if we really need to desperately.
He's a #1 overall?
Yeah, that's what when I looked it up.
Wait, are you talking about like not this draft, but next year?
It says 2021 NBA mock draft.
Okay, yeah. So next year.
That's next year.
Gotcha. Hey, you're doing your work, man. You're already
Yeah.
Ahead of the game, way ahead of the game.
Hey, anybody, any names pop out to you from this year's draft coming up?
Not really a lot popping up this year, but as I'm looking in free agency, I mean, I love James Harden. I get it. I love him. I love James Harden, but he's going to be too risky to get. At the end of the day, he's going to be risk to get. I mean, we're going to have to trade either Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid, and I'm not going to want to do that if I was the head coach. I would go after Buddy Hield because he is a shooting guard, and Josh Richardson has been struggling. So if we have the cap, I think we could go after Buddy Hield, and we trade like Tobias Harris or Al Horford or someone like that with maybe like a first-round pick, and we will get Buddy Hield.
Yep. Hey, I hear you, man. We got to clear the contracts. Hey, before I let you go, what's your way too early win prediction for the Sixers?
You know, everyone that came on before me, they were all in the 40s. But it's time to get serious, people. We have the trio in Doc Rivers, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, maybe Buddy Hield for a quartet. And ladies and gentlemen, we are getting this many wins. We are going for 50. We're going for 50 wins with head coach Doc Rivers, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, maybe Buddy Hield. I don't care. Talk smack about me taking 50 wins. I don't care. This is the year that we get 50 wins. Doc Rivers is the head coach. This is a new era. There's no more Brett Brown. He is gone. Doc Rivers is a legend. He is leading us to as far as he can. Either the conference finals or the NBA finals is where he's going to lead us with this team.
I love that confidence, my guy. I got no arguments against that. I'm good with that.
I like the energy, my man. I like the energy.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you for coming on, bro. Shout out to you.
One more thing. Don't end it yet. Guys, I have a Eagles like week 9 bye video on how we're like feeling at the bye point at week 9.
You got a YouTube channel?
It's currently uploading right now. So when it uploads, go check it out.
Hey, shout out to him. BLSG name right there. Go check him out. If you like the stuff, hit that subscribe, my guy. Appreciate you.
And also, we hit 80 subscribers, so shout out to everyone who subscribed to my channel that is currently on this stream.
Hey,
That's what's up.
going,
Is it
my
BLSG? Is that the YouTube channel?
Correct, DJ.
All right, cool.
Hey, love it, man. Keep it going. Keep grinding, my guy.
Yep.
Daily Drip, Stephen Conrad, what's good?
Appreciate you, my guy.
Yep, take care.
You too. Daily Drip, my guy Stephen Conrad did a stream with him the other day. What's going on, my guy? What's up? What's up? Would love to hear from you. Next coming in, Justin, it says that you need to connect your mic or cam before I can add you in. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna keep you there. If you connect your mic, I'll get you in next.
I got probably one more, and I gotta roll.
All right.
I would love to stay here and keep doing this. This is a lot of fun.
What's up, Justin? Hello.
Hi.
What's up?
Hello.
Yo.
Hi.
Justin, what's good?
I think the only thing we should do is like add some guards in the roster. I think our forwards are so many on the roster. Like Shake is kind of scorer, like not playmaker. He can score, he can pass, but he's not that court general. I think Buddy Hield will be a good complement to our stars Joel and Ben. Drew Holiday will be good, but I think the Heat is kind of like they're gonna give up Tyler Hero for him. Like we can get him for Al Horford. And Ben, I like him in the point guard, but to maximize Joel's game, like I think he gotta go to the power forwards. And yeah.
So you're saying so you're saying Joel power forward?
No, Ben to power forward.
Oh, okay.
To yeah.
Gotcha.
So Joel can play better.
Hey, there you go. I mean, I think we're gonna see Ben at the forward.
Yeah, maybe Doc Rivers can figure it out. Like Brett Brown couldn't, but
yeah,
you know, he's Doc Rivers. So
yeah, you think Doc Rivers goes and gets a point guard, like a floor general, like a Chris Paul type of player?
Yeah. Like I know that Doc Rivers loves to play guards play. Like he did with Chris Paul, and like he didn't have a point guard last year, but I know he kind of loves like floor general, like Rajon Rondo and Chris Paul.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we could get Trey Burke again. Like we can reunite him.
I would have loved it, man. He just reminded me of Allen Iverson. Not even close to Allen Iverson, but I just had such a reminisce watching that guy play. He's just a little guard that could get to the rim and make plays. I liked him.
Right.
Hey, I love it, man. What's your win total prediction for the Sixers?
I feel like best case 50 wins, and maybe worst case 43 or 44, like something like that.
Hey, I love it, my guy. Shout out to you. Appreciate the call, my guy.
Thank you.
Have a good one,
Hey,
man.
man. Hey, highlight this JC Cross comment real quick, because this is what a lot of people say that Ben Simmons needs to play point guard. He said, yeah, there we go. Ben is better with the ball in his hands. He needs to play point guard. A lot of people say that. What? We've seen it how many times when it comes to the playoffs and they play. The Suns were guarding him with Aaron Baines in the paint. He wasn't even on the same court almost. And the dude just stands there with all this space, and then he has to try to force the ball to somebody else. It's a disaster. It doesn't work. If they won't guard him, it just doesn't work. And he won't shoot. If it won't shoot it, it doesn't work.
Yep. Hey, I agree, bro. I agree.
But they say that because when there's a point guard on the floor, Ben just kind of stands around in the corner and doesn't really do much either. So they think he has to have the ball. I think it has to be a balance of both, and he has to shoot a corner three at least.
Right. That's why I think he's going to be using like a versatile type of role in it. You know, Doc talks about positionless basketball. I think that's really going to be stressed with this team. Let's see.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be technically a point guard. You know, it's just a
Right. Waving Future, what's going on?
Hey, big fan, both of you guys. Really big fans.
Thanks, man.
My guy.
What I'm thinking is maybe, we should re-sign Alec Burks to maybe 1 year, because he was mostly the main player that was going good in the bubble of, all these times, maybe to like 1 year, and get Buddy Hield and stuff. And, if power forward is not really going good, we can maybe bring back Dario Saric. He was really good, But that's what I think, But yeah.
Hey, I'll let DJ speak. I would love Alec Burks back. Love.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I loved Alec Burks. When they traded for him, he didn't play for like 3 games for no reason. Then he came in and dropped like 20 points. And Brett said, nah, that's too much good stuff happening. And then all of a sudden, Howell Neto comes off the bench before Alec Burks. The guy wanted to lose and get fired. He had to.
It's stupid, when they're doing really good, bench them and then bring out Raul Neto and just lose half of the lead.
Yeah.
That time in like game two against the Celtics, we were doing really good. Puts Raul Neto, and look what happened.
Yep.
Boom.
I'll never get it, man. Hey, what's your win total looking like for the Sixers this year? Come on, give us something.
55, because with Doc Rivers coaching, and we got Dave Yeager and like a whole bunch of assistant coaches, maybe 55. But yeah, my Twitter account got locked out, so I can't really tweet you guys things. But you should check out my YouTube channel, because I did get to meet Tobias Harris, and I asked him a question about Doc Rivers that maybe you should go check out.
Hey, definitely. What's your YouTube channel?
Waving Future, the same as my username.
All right, cool, man. I'll definitely check it out, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, my guy.
But
Appreciate the
thanks.
call.
Yeah, me. Before I go, running back, me and my friend are really good, big fans of your YouTube channel. Love your videos.
Thanks,
it's
man.
funny. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. You're
Appreciate
welcome.
you, my guy. All right. Next, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Smokeless YT. What's going on? Hello?
Smokeless, what's up?
I didn't even realize my mic was muted. Oh shit. Oh, my fault for cursing. Oh, but what's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all?
What's good? What's good?
Hey man.
This the guy that made the video of me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Smokeless, you turn down the volume.
You said turn down the volume?
Because we can hear us.
Oh, all right, bet. Yeah. All right, how about now?
All right.
All right, you good, but
We can still hear it.
yo, I feel like I believe DJ Eastwood brought it up on one of those videos. I think he took like a screenshot of one of my videos. It's like when I brought up the teams we had in the past and the net ratings we had, I feel like we just need to go back to like 2017, 2018, you know?
Yeah.
But like,
that was your video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Like my free agency, like I feel like we need like hella shit. I'll be like, I want Marco Bellinelli back. Who else I need? People are sleeping on Javon Carter. I believe he's a free agent, a nice 3-and-D guard. Cause we had troubles with Kemba Walker and stuff. So like, I'm tired of like going under screens and we can't even go under the screens. We can't even guard that. So like, that's one of them. But after that, I feel like this team is gonna go all the way. If you look at this coaching staff, Doc Rivers, Dave Yoger, bro, I never seen that before, bro. I just never seen that before. We had Brett Brown and what's his name? I don't even know his name. I don't even know like something like that. But like Brett Brown was doing nonsense on his team. What people don't realize, we have Doc Rivers now. So I really think the potential of this team is gonna go. It's gonna skyrocket. It's gonna skyrocket.
I agree. Any guy you think's gonna stand out this year, maybe take a big step up?
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
This-
Dave. Hey, so
There's one more thing. Hold up.
yeah, let us know.
Oh yeah, in the draft too. I made like a couple mock drafts. Is this one guy from I believe Virginia, a forward from Virginia? His name Mamadi Diakite. I feel like he should be like a replacement for Mike Scott, another shot blocking big, can stretch the floor. He's very versatile. That's the guy I should look for.
Hey, definitely gotta check him out, man.
Anybody that can replace Mike Scott.
Hey, Smoker, let us know your win prediction for the Sixers.
I got us winning 50. I got us winning 50 games. The potential with Doc Rivers, you have Dave Yoger. This coaching staff is just intriguing, you know. But it's just like I feel like we going all the way. Like I'm talking about a ring. I'm talking about a ring.
Hey, I love it. Hey, go ahead and check out YC on YouTube.
Facts.
Good.
Oh yeah,
channel.
shout out to y'all. Y'all inspire me for real. Y'all inspire me.
Appreciate you a lot, Mike.
Yo, for sure.
Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, for sure. You too.
He didn't turn down the volume.
No, he didn't. I was trying to scream so I couldn't hear myself, but it's all good.
But I do got to run though. This was fun. Wish I could hang out and do this all night, but
Definitely, my guy. Appreciate you
Definitely do
being
it
on here
again.
with me, bro.
thanks for everyone in the chat. Yeah, man, go Sixers! It's only a month away, man. It's ridiculous. I can't believe it.
There, my guy. Hey, and we're definitely gonna be collabing more, talking. You know, we can do more of this and whatever you guys like. So
Yeah, we'll get some good post game Sixers stuff going on. It'll be a good time.
there you go.
All right, man. Peace. Thanks, everyone.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
Later.
With that being said, I'll probably stay on here for at least a little while longer. We've only been on an hour, so I mean, we still got more callers coming up in here. Let's see, man. We got people coming in the comments. I understand if you're on Eastwood's channel and you know you don't want to stay, it's all good. But I mean, we still got 100 up in the chat. So shout out to everybody. I'm gonna leave the phone line open. If you guys have not yet, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Gonna keep doing a lot of this content. The link to the call is pinned in the chat on either channel. So if you guys want to come in and talk, well, the line is yours, man. The line is yours. That's a nice logo, man. That's a nice logo. But hey, let's go ahead and get the next caller in here. We got Rick Bennett. Rick, what's up? Hello? Hello?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yep. What's going on? What's good?
What's going on?
What's up, Rick? I see an empty
Did you have
plate
to-
and a monitor.
At first.
Say it again.
Oh yeah, I had potatoes, stuffing. Oh, I do have a question to start out with.
Sure.
My question is, what were the two positions that Ben Simmons played?
The two positions.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's played point guard under, Brett Brown predominantly, and then near the end of last season, we moved him to power forward, which is, I mean, he's naturally a power forward, but we moved him to the traditional power forward role.
Okay. And what a difference between those two positions.
Well, point guard is your main ball handler. He's the guy that's going to bring the ball down the floor. He's going to, set other people up. He's like the floor general type of dude. Whereas the power forward, I mean, nowadays it's almost like positionless. Like the power forward serves a lot of different roles. But at the end of the day, like Ben Simmons is a different type of power forward. He's a guy who can control the ball. He can play on the ball, off the ball, but most power forwards are able to shoot. So he's definitely got to develop that shot, in my opinion.
Okay. Because I was doing research on that, and would people have if Ben just continues what he has been doing the past couple of years, or do people want him to shoot?
I think everybody wants him to shoot because at the end of the day, in my argument, like Ben Simmons not shooting holds back offense in a lot of different types of ways. Like, he's a liability in terms of, they're going to take their guys off. If he's behind the perimeter, they're not going to worry about him. They're going to be able to put pressure somewhere else. And then even when he comes in the lane, they're going to be able to kind of make a wall and collapse in there. So I think he has to shoot. And I think it's only time before he does.
That's what I'm thinking, because if Brett Brown stayed, Ben would be doing more of the same. He won't be shooting. So,
right.
How often do you think Doc will have him start shooting? Like every game, or like once every 5 games, or what? How would?
I mean, the goal is to get this guy shooting every night, in my opinion. I mean, it's going to come natural to him. Like he can shoot the ball. He just doesn't have the confidence there yet. I think it's going to – I mean, Doc Rivers is going to have a talk with him. He's going to have to design the offense, kind of see how it's going to flow the best way possible. But overall, the best way to have a chance to win is for every guy on the floor to be able to at least shoot something. So I think Ben Simmons has to shoot the ball. Like the one guy said earlier, I mean, he's literally a walking triple-double. He's got to at least keep the people honest. That's the most important part, right? We're not asking a guy to make 5 threes a night, but we're asking him to keep the defense honest. Because if they got to come out and take a step on Ben, he's going to drive right by him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
very, very good. Because yeah.
Hey, with that being said, what's your win prediction total for the Sixers?
I don't have 20. I mean, whoops. 55 wins and 25 losses.
There you go. Hey, love it, my guy. Appreciate the call.
Yeah. All right, have a good.
Hey, appreciate it, Rick. All right. We got a bunch of calls flying in here. Next, we got Dominic. Dominic, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
I've been thinking about a lot of things recently, especially with all the board members. I've been thinking, especially since I've recently gotten news that the former Pacers assistant coach plans to join the current 76ers position as assistant coach. What's your opinion on that? Do you think it's a good move on the Sixers eventually signing him?
And who exactly are we talking about?
Hold on, let me say that.
The guy from yesterday or the day before? Is that who we're talking about?
Yeah.
Popeye Jones.
hmm
I mean, at this point, like Doc said, he's building like a championship type of staff. He's going to be one of those. I mean, he's not going to be one of the top guys on the staff, but at the end of the day, he brings more of a defensive presence along with the other guy we also got from the Pacers, Dan Burke. But really, in my mind, the main trio is going to be Doc, Sam Cassell, and Dave Yeager in my mind. But all these assistants help, man. I mean, we need guys to help develop the talent on our team. That was a big emphasis, and I think it's going to be a good thing.
I've also been thinking about. I've been recently seeing these polls on eventually who's going to be here by like the end of the season, end of this free agency, with all the rumors and trades, especially of Drew Holiday and James Harden. I think we're definitely not getting James Harden overall because I personally think that they're taking him as untouchable, and with all the bad, terrible contracts that we have, I don't think they'll definitely take that price for just one player in return.
Hey, like I said on my James Harden video, man, like people like to imagine the scenario, but they don't actually think about it, right? James Harden is going to make $41 million next year and then $44 million the next year. There's no way that's fitting into our team unless we were to blow up 2 big contracts. Honestly, we're not getting James Harden. We're going to rock with our stars going forward. It's a lot of noise. At 31 years old, I don't think it would be smart to trade for James Harden and give up a guy like Ben Simmons.
Yeah, if anything, I'd say the most realistic in any sense of a trade scenario is definitely Drew Holiday or CJ McCollum, in which the comparison between CJ and Tobias that they have in common is both are decent role players in the starting lineup and are heavily overpaid. And especially with the win or lose championship now setup that the current 76ers have, it may work, but you don't know if we're even going to get past the semifinals again.
Yeah, I agree, and that's going to be a big test, right? I feel confident about the regular season. How far can Doc take us in the playoffs? Because we know this last year was not a good sample size. Real quick, I want to ask you. That's a nice background you got there. What are you got like a YouTube channel or something?
Not really. I just barely post to it. It's just a little background I found. The dumb watermark in the top corner. I just thought it was cool. This little
thing. I think it's cool, man. I like it. But hey, before I let you get out of here, any bold takes or like what is your win prediction total for the Sixers this year?
I'm not trying to be the bold one, like high hopes. I'm not really the biased person. And there's literally 2 scenarios, and it all depends on everything that happens during this free agency and offseason. It all depends on the moves that we've made, and we already had some good signings, but then again, that's just 2 people. And Doc is a good coach and all, but he's just one guy. And like I said, with the win now mindset that the 76ers have, I think the realism is, I think everyone agrees that the 40-50 is definitely the most good choice that we have, but worst case scenario is definitely 30s.
Oh, all right. There you go. Trying to keep it level. But hey, appreciate the call, my guy. Shout out to you. Appreciate you, bro. Have a good one.
See you, man.
All right. We got 2 or 3 more calls up in here right now. Again, if you guys want to talk, the link is pinned in the chat. What is going on, Dax? Hello? Hello? Anyone? All right. Looks like we got RW back in the house. Braden, what's going on?
What's up?
What's good? What you got for us?
I just want to say something. So Ben Simmons. Let's talk about Ben Simmons and JoJo. So Joel Embiid has to. Ben has to shoot. He has to score the ball. And Joel Embiid is a good player. Joel and Ben are both young. We got to develop them into great players. And we have to make them better. And we have to make them so we can be a championship team. And also, last caller said about CJ, I think we maybe could pull that off. And so yeah, we need some bench players though. Our bench is kind of bad.
Right. So, what do you think is like the main area of concern then for this team in the next month and a half till the season starts?
The main area that we got to focus on is to develop Ben and Joe, and also free agency.
Okay. Anyone you're looking at?
In free agency, not really. But in trades, I think we have to go big or go home.
Okay.
But I don't think we should go that big like James Harden. I think that's ridiculous.
I agree. So who's one person that you might think is realistic that you're looking at?
Buddy Hield.
There you go. I think it'd be a perfect compliment.
Because I'm pretty sure a while back there's rumors that the Kings want Al Horford. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
So we could run. This would be my ideal starting lineup going into next season. At the point guard, Josh Richardson. Do you think he can still play the point? At shooting guard, I think at the shooting guard position, we need Buddy Hield. And then at the small forward, we can get Tobias Harris, who's good. And then at power forward, we could get Ben Simmons, but still bring the ball up. He just will be at the power forward so we can have a better starting five. And then at the center, Joel Embiid.
There you go. And you think those two can coexist? Ben Simmons and Joe? Think they could play together?
Yeah, I think they can play together. I do. I think we just had to get Brett out of there. And Brendan Doc, he's a really good coach.
Yep.
Coach, he did blow a lead, so.
Hey, I see again a lot of love in the chat. I gotta tell you, man, for being 9 years old, you got a lot of basketball knowledge, and I appreciate you coming on here and always showing support, my guy. And now,
I have a question for you.
hey, go ahead.
My one question is, do you think the Sixers can kind of find a way to win the NBA Finals this year? I think they will.
I think they can. I think if you get the right pieces in that can complement Ben and Joe, right? And it's all about getting hot at the right time, right? Doc Rivers has to show that he can adjust in a playoff series. And at the end of the day, when you stack up us against some of these other teams, in the East, and I mean, if Doc implements the right system, I don't see why not, right? This could be our year. Tell me.
Yeah, because Brett Brown did not make adjustments. He just let the players go freely. We have to make adjustments, and we have to kind of work with what we have, and we can't have Ben shooting threes like all the time. We have to make him still shoot threes, but we can't make him shoot threes like every single play, because he would just get too overconfident and miss a lot of threes. But we have to develop that to making a lot of threes.
Hey, I like what you're talking about. Honestly, in about 5 minutes, you've shown a lot more than Brett Brown knows as a coach. So there you go. Hey, appreciate you for tuning in. If they haven't heard yet, give us your win total prediction.
My win total prediction is 82-0. Let's go.
All right, we're only playing 72 games, but I like it. 72-0?
72-0, yeah.
That's what I like to hear, my guy.
I want to say one thing, though.
Let us know. What's up?
About me. So, I was at birth diagnosed with a stroke.
Okay.
I just want to say that.
Well, hey, you're my guy no matter what, right?
Yeah.
And shout out to you. You're a good dude. All right. Everything's good?
So yeah, I want to just end it off with I love your channel, RV, and I subscribe and I subbed and I like all your videos.
Hey.
I was actually the first like on this video.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a real one, my guy. I appreciate you the long way. Always. Shout out to you, my guy. Hey, we're gonna be doing this a lot more. We're gonna get you back in, all right?
Okay. Bye.
Appreciate you, my guy. All right, that was RW in the chat. Let's see, man. We still got a couple more in here. About to get to them. Shout out to Philly Fresh up in here, man. My guy, what's going on? I saw him up in here. Hopefully he calls back so we can chop it up a little bit. But hey, shout out to Asia Roberson. Shout out to all my members up in the chat. And if you guys are on DJ Eastwood's channel, again, he had to go. He was in here for about an hour, but we still got calls coming in. So I will take some more. So let's see. Dax, what's up?
Yo, am I back now?
You're good. You're good.
All right, cool.
I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, sorry. I think my browser closed out.
Good.
I got the Phillies Sixers vintage on. Let's
Ooh,
go. Sixers talk.
I like it.
So I think something underrated is the coaching staff moves that we've been doing. Getting a couple guys from the Pacers. I know everybody's focused on Doc, and I love the Doc hire. I love the Dave hire. I think that these guys from the Pacers are going to be something where I think of the Pacers as a player development team because of the small market. And I think that's an underrated move when it comes to maybe giving Ben Simmons a shot that he can be confident about, or Joel Embiid a little, better conditioning, things like that. I think that will make a big difference.
Yep.
But as far as like free agents this season, I really don't see us doing much. I think we at the most get Buddy Hield, but I think a lot is going to come down to if this team has momentum, if they get 50, 55 wins, then we look into the next offseason. What are those free agents? Because that class is stacked.
Mm-hmm.
So then do we think about getting off some big contract like, Tobias Harris and a bunch of people, maybe a 3-team trade and bring in a big free agent, not Giannis, but somebody that would actually work with the team.
Interesting. Hey, let me ask you. So do you kind of think like given this whole like short time frame, like do you think not a lot of teams will be active? Like I know I saw the NFL, not a lot of teams were active during the deadline. It kind of all came quick this year. And obviously, I mean, the free agency opens in a week and a half. The draft's in a week and a half. The trade, ban or whatever is in a week and a half. So like, do you think there's just not going to be enough time to get things done? Maybe we move someone during the season.
I think a team like the Clippers looks to make a move. I don't think us. I feel like we are going to be more quiet. We might get Buddy Hield, like I said, but I don't see us as making many moves because I think with the complete overhaul of the coaching staff, they're going to want to just put something together.
Right. And even with Daryl Morey at the top now making the moves, you don't think he's going to take a big chance or anything?
I just don't think he's going to do it this season. I want to see Daryl Morey swing for the fences because I love that hire. I think that a Daryl Morey trade to this city would be great. But
yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Hey, so if he ends up making like a big move, right? Just say whether it's this season, during the season, whatever. Who would be your guy to first say, you know what, this guy's got to go. This guy's got to go. And do you think Ben and Joe stay together for a couple years?
I want Ben and Joe to stay together. I think they do if there's any success. I think it's got to be Al Horford. I know the popular one's Tobias Harris, but I think that at the end of the day, there's a utility with him that just works under the right system. Right. I think Al Horford's just too much to justify, and we know about the Kings' interest in him, so that's probably going to be, if the Kings still want him, it might be easier to offload him than we think,
I hear you, man. I hear you. Hey, what do you think of this comment right here? Bertans and you guys make the Eastern Conference Finals. What do you think about that?
I love Bertans. I love him. I think he works for this team so well. Maybe trade, I don't know, because that team. Well, is he a free agent?
He's a free agent, yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
he's going to get a decent payday, but he is a free agent.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm
looking
at Bertans. I'm looking at Joe Harris and a couple of these other, guys who might be a little bit cheaper, but we got to get that shooter. Even if we pulled off a blockbuster trade and got Drew Holiday and JJ Redick back, hey, I would not mind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love JJ. I thought that somebody mentioned Bellinelli earlier. That's one. I was watching the game with it was Ben dropped the triple-double on LeBron at home.
Mm-hmm. He owns LeBron.
Belly was going off. I miss guys like that for this team. Yep. It works.
You're telling me, man, the spacing is the biggest.
Oh, shout out Asia.
Hey. The biggest key is spacing, man. The biggest key is spacing. But hey, before I let you go, let me know your way too early win prediction total. 72 games this season. Not a lot of time to prepare, but hey, let me know.
50. I think we drop 50. Best case 55. But
Hey.
yo, real quick before I go, you inspired me. I'm trying to start a podcast on Philly Talk with my friend now because of you and DJ and guys like that. So
Hey,
shout
appreciate
out
you,
for
my
the
guy.
inspo.
Do you have anything started yet, or is it?
I'm just buying mics right now.
Hey,
so
got you,
yeah.
man. Hey, if you ever need any advice or anything, just reach out to me on social media, bro. And I got you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you for calling in, my guy. Have a good night.
All right, peace.
All right, bro. All right, let's go. Birds is back. What's good? What you got?
All right, so I kind of agree with what DJ said, and that night Ben dropped 34 points. He had Trey Burke, so I think we should find a guy like Trey Burke out there. Thanks to John Mark Romaine. I don't know if that's her name or not, but he said CP3's cap is he's making 40 million. So I don't think that's possible right now. And we already lost Landry Shamet. I said, bro, I love Landry Shamet. Like, that was one of my favorite Sixers players. His shot was smooth, everything, bro. And I don't want to trade another rookie. If it takes Matisse to trade for Buddy Hield, I know, yes, we need offense. We don't need defense. But he was one of the major parts in our defense last year, and I just don't. This comment right here, bro. Who is this?
That's superhero. He was on earlier. He's just joking around. But hey, I hear you, man. Like, Matisse is just a natural talent. And a lot of people are quick to say, put him in this trade, put him in that trade. I don't want to trade Matisse. I view him as an untouchable. A lot of people don't agree with me, but I think he's going to be special, especially if he gets that shot down. But hey, what else you got for us? Let us know your win prediction again before you get out of here. Let us know in case no one heard you.
Matisse kind of reminds me of a Robert Covington. They both can play defense.
Don't say
very
that.
much.
Don't say that to me. I'm not a Robert Covington fan. Look, he was all right, but he's not a championship contending piece. I mean, the dude shoots 2 for 12 a night. Come on now.
He was pretty decent with us. I watched a DJ Eastwood video of our best starting lineups. Our best lineup was
our best lineup. But Robert Covington, I mean, his shot is broke. His shot, look, when he's on, he's on. You know what I mean? But a lot of nights, I mean, his defensive presence is there. But shooting wise, no, not for me. Not consistent enough. I want Matisse to be better than that. You know what I mean? And Robert Covington, his biggest flaw, he never put the ball on the floor. He's a small forward, can't dribble the ball. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, but Rocco he can shoot a little bit, but he's a better shooter than Korkmaz for sure. I mean, Korkmaz, when he's hot, no one's better than him.
He's a good rotation piece, but he's not a starter on a championship team. That's my view. Right. I think Matisse can be if he develops, but hey, let us know your win prediction before you get out of here again, in case they didn't hear you earlier on.
All right, so one more thing, we gotta get Furkan out of here, man. If we can, we gotta get Jay Rich out of here. But my score prediction, previous callers, they were smart with it. They said 50 wins. I said about 62 or 63 wins. But one of the callers said they wouldn't, like, the coaches and players wouldn't get off to a jump start and like everything would click on all cylinders like immediately. So I'm gonna lower that down. Best case scenario, 60 wins at the most. If we're not like bad, I say we get 49, maybe 50, and worst case scenario, maybe 40 to 41 wins.
There you go, man. Hey, I love it. Hopefully we can hit that 45 mark. That's where I'm kind of looking at. Yeah. But hey, appreciate the call, my guy. Shout out to you. Have a good night, my guy.
Subscribe to this guy if you haven't right here, bro. Oh,
appreciate you, my guy.
Yay.
All right. Let's see. We got a couple in here. Eli, what's up? Hello? 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 Going once, going twice. All right. We have to get you back in here, I guess. All right. Lucas, what's up? Hello? What, you guys leave your cameras or something? Come on, man. Going once, going twice.
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Can you hear
Hello?
me, bro?
I can hear you, man. Can you hear me? All right, we'll have to get back to you too. Philly Fresh, what's going on?
You're that, you know, I'm on deck. Everything right with me. Camera check, microphone check. What's going on, man? What's going on? How you feeling, man?
Look, I'm doing good. How are you, man? Look, I had to take a little break from the Eagles, man. Take a step back, and we got some exciting things going on with the Sixers. And I know you cover them too. You guys know who it is, man. Philly Fresh. Check them out. Hit the subscribe, man. I love that hoodie, by the way. I'm digging that hoodie.
You already know. Hey, listen, man. A lot of people don't know that I can break down the 76ers like how I break down the Eagles, man. But shout out to you, man. I see your page, man. I see a lot that you're doing. This calling thing is so major. Like I did one last week. It was so big, man. It was so many people that I got to talk to. I didn't even know they had pages and all type of stuff, man. Like this joint dope. Shout out to everybody that be coming through on these drones because it's crazy. You already know I talk heavy. You know what I mean? And I invited everybody that be commenting, talking heavy on my comments. Come on up. We can be respectful. We can get it down. You know what I mean? But ain't none of them show up. Ain't none of them show up, bro. So they want to smoke when it's behind the scenes. But when I pull you on the big stage, they ain't ready for it, man. But I'm on your channel. Whatever you got to ask me, man, you can ask me because I know I know what I know about these Sixers, man. And whatever you want to ask me, bro.
I love it, man. Hey, I'm definitely looking forward to talk Sixers with you too. We can always come up here, do one of these shows. Again, we just found like I was the one to figure this idea out like a week ago. Like you said, it's like I love this. I love talking to these people. But hey, my first question for you is please get this out of the way for me. Can Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid coexist? And should they coexist for the next year, 2 years, 3 years? What's your thoughts on that?
Most definitely, especially with different coaching. The coaching that you got now. See, my thing is with this, right? I need somebody, and I think Doc Rivers can be that guy, and also a lot of guys that he been hiring. You know what I mean? I think that what you need from Joel Embiid is for him to stay committed, for him to stay healthy in the all season, and to stay healthy during the season. What I need from Ben Simmons is I don't need you. Everybody wants to talk about 3-pointers. I don't need you to always shoot 3-pointers. You know what I need from Ben? I'm going to set this pick and roll. If they double a player, I need you to pull up and hit a jumper. That's all I need from you. Like, bro, if he does that, I'm trying to tell you, man, he can literally be the best player in the NBA. Like, it's a difference. Like with Giannis. Giannis just can't shoot. He's bad at it. Like, let's keep it real. MVP, cool, but he can't shoot. But when you look at it, man, like seriously, when you look at it, we've seen all these videos year after year of Ben Simmons shooting 3 after 3. So obviously you can shoot, dude.
Exactly.
Like, stop trying to pull the wool over my eye. Stop trying to tell me that like I don't even know what you're trying to tell me. Here's my thing. I love everything that they did with the president. I love everything they did with the coach. I just think I want everybody just to slow down. It might take a year because with this corona thing and with the with everything starting up real fast, like it's like it like who are you going to get? What I would do is I would check out DJ Augustine. I would try to bring him in. I would try to get Buddy Hield. I would try to get out from under Al Horford. I like Tobias Harris. I just think he wasn't utilized. Brett Brown wasn't utilizing him how he needed to be. You just wanted him. RB, let me ask you a question, right? I know this is your show, but let me ask you a question.
Hey, look, I'm all for this. I would love to. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. How many times did we watch games and we seen on one half of the court, not a whole bunch of action, but a little bit of action, not even pick and rolls, but somebody dribbling the football, and then football, sorry. You already know I'm an Eagles guy, but somebody dribbling the basketball, right? And then you got 3 other guys on the left-hand side just standing around looking. That's the problem with me, especially when they are not spot-up shooters. You're asking Al Horford just to stand on the perimeter. You're asking Tobias Harris just to stand on the perimeter. That was a problem. I had so many problems with Brett Brown. It made me sick to my stomach. You know what I mean? I mean, he was good for what they wanted with the trust the process and all that kind of stuff. But no, it's elite. It's elite time now, and I feel as though that they got the coach to be elite, man. And I think it might take a year. I don't know. They might surprise me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying we're gonna have a losing record. I'm not saying that we probably won't. We probably meet the Nets in the championship, not the championship, but the Eastern Conference. We probably meet the Nets, but I just don't want everybody to think that we're going to win the championship year one. Can it happen? Who knows? We done seen crazier things, but I just think it might take a year for everything to flourish, and I don't want everybody to get discouraged if it don't happen.
I completely agree with that. I'm not saying, we're positively going to win a championship this year, but what I do know is the basketball is going to look different, right? This whole overhaul of the organization, right? My biggest thing is about developing the stars, right? You got to take that next step. Whether it's Joel Embiid, you got to be consistent. You can't come out one night and put up 38 points, and then the next night you're putting up 16 points in a pitiful performance. No, you're too dominant for that. Ben Simmons, an 18-point triple-double. The next night he comes out and shoots 2 for 4 from the field, 6 points. Can't happen, right? Tobias Harris, this is the biggest. Right. He's the X factor, and I agree with you. Tobias Harris, the best years of his career was under Doc Rivers. The best year, he was averaging 22 a game, but why? Because he had the ball in his hands. He was creating space for himself. Under Brett Brown, Tobias Harris is a corner spot-up shooter. It doesn't make sense. Ben Simmons drives to the hoop, crashes the lane. Everybody comes in, and he dishes it out to Al Horford for a 3 from the corner. They don't trust that. They don't trust that at all. And the worst thing about it was that we preached all this bully ball, this big defensive lineup, and we couldn't play defense.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Another question I want to ask for you. I know I kind of switched it on you, asking you questions, but I get it because I've been there, and I'm asking everybody questions, but sometimes you just want to be asked questions. You know what I mean?
I agree. Let me know. Know.
Who are you eyeing more, Buddy Hield or Devin Booker? Because you probably can only get one of them.
Yeah, I'm eyeing Buddy Hield. I don't think Devin Booker is realistic by any sense. Anybody that says that, I'm not going to mortgage 3 first-round picks, a Matisse Thybulle, and whatever else is going to take to get a Devin Booker. First off, if the Phoenix Suns are that much of a tragedy franchise where they're going to give up Devin Booker without getting Ben Simmons back, that's the first thing. I don't understand how they would do that. Second off, if they're not getting 3 first-round picks for Devin Booker, it doesn't make any sense. I just think it's way too much. Buddy Hield, on the other hand, has expressed that he wants out of Sacramento. I mean, he's hitting all over the place. Yeah, he wants it all over the place. At the end of the day, I mean, he wouldn't even commit to staying with the team in his closing press conference. So I think he's going to be on the way out. He's 28 years old, entering his prime. Dude shoots 43% from three-point. I mean, he's exactly what we need. A lot of people don't want to recognize it, but when we lost JJ Redick, we lost the veteran leadership, we lost the shooting, and here we are,
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I would have to go with Buddy Hield too. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I just think he doesn't just shoot though, and I think that he can be a better defender. I think that this team is still going to be a defensive team. When we came in last year, what did we talk about? Defense, because we had length. Now, I think that Buddy Hield can be a better defender than Booker, but I do like Booker scoring. I'm not going to say that like he's just a flash in the pan. I think he can do a lot of things, but I don't know if he can do them things when it come on a big stage. Right. You know what I mean? man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I know you got a lot of people in here probably, and I know how it is, so I ain't gonna take too much of your time. I appreciate you having me on. You already know, man. It's if y'all don't know, man, it's Fully Fresh, aka the General, also aka Mr. Yodat. Appreciate all of y'all coming on my guy page. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all don't understand what it takes to put in this work. Like seriously, we try to get y'all content as much as we can, day after day after day, taking away from our families, taking away from our kids, all that. So just make sure, you know, we not asking y'all to give no money. We're not asking y'all to throw up no picket fences and none of that kind of stuff. Just asking y'all, just hit the like for my guy, man. Appreciate you having me on. You already know, bro.
I appreciate you. Before you get out of here, though, I want to ask you, what's your way too early win prediction total, right? So we got, look, 72 games. We're starting in a month and a half. So everything's going to happen fast. We might see a lot of load management, all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your win total? What are you thinking?
For the last 3 years, we had 50 wins, but it was 82 games.
Right.
I'm going to say 48 wins, 14 losses. Right?
24.
Yeah, 24 losses. Sorry, y'all. Tired as hell, you know what I mean? But I think we can push that 50. I don't know what I don't know what the team going to look like. So that's why I'm trying to be optimistic. I don't know what the team going to look like. I don't know what my starting lineup's going to look like. I don't know if Al Crawford or Hallford, whatever y'all want to call him, is going to be on this team. But I like what I'm seeing. I like the way this organization is going. It seems like this organization is going up while the Phillies organization is going down. But that's another time for another day, man. Like I said, appreciate you having me on. Yo, that.
Hey, sub them up. Philly Fresh. Appreciate you, my guy. Shout out to you. We'll talk soon.
You already know.
All right, bro. All right. We got a couple more on here. Probably stay on for a little bit. What's going on? Karma. What's up?
I got some big claims for you, bro.
All right. Let's hear them.
First of all, I've been thinking about this draft a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, I want to hear your takes on the first through maybe fifth. Do you think LaMelo Ball actually has what it takes to actually be maybe top 10?
Do I think he's going to get picked top 10? Yes. Have I always been the guy to say that LaMelo Ball is not going to become a star in the NBA? Yes. Just because his dad pisses me off, but he's got a lot of work to do, in my opinion. He still has a lot of work to do.
Personally, in my opinion, he may or may not be top 10, but he's definitely not my first pick. In my opinion, the first pick is definitely going to be going to either James Wiseman or Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I really like Edwards. I think he's just a natural scorer, and I think he's just going to be special. He's in NBA shape, you know what I mean? He's just ready for the next level.
Crazy or not, I do think the Timberwolves may take Anthony Edwards due to them needing a pretty good shooting guard, since he's shown that pretty well at being top tier, top draft. He's already projected second to go to the Golden State Warriors. I personally believe that, if anything, LaMelo Ball's not going to be taken first, as everyone's going to project him as some god tier point guard. Next, Stephen Curry. Oh, look at this dude.
Yep.
No, it's definitely not him.
Hey, let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
Do you think at all his dad being kind of in the way like he was with Lonzo, do you think that could affect it at all?
I think it could. I think there's a lot of pressure on him, like being a star, trying to success his brothers, especially Lonzo, who did not live up to his expectations going second to the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, I agree. All right, what else you got for me?
Anthony Davis is definitely going to resign. They're trying to go back-to-back, but I don't think LeBron's going to have it for the next few years because he's 35, 36, yeah? He's only got so long left, and he's playing like he always has been recently, duh. But personally, they're going to try and make it back. Anthony Davis is going to go back, and since this is a Sixers talk show, I'm going to talk about Danilo Gallinari. Do you think the Sixers will actually take him up?
I think he's going to, require a lot of money, maybe more than what he's able to do. But at the same time, he is a good kind of forward complement. I don't think he needs to be a top option, a second option. I think he could fit in with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and give you 18 a night. He's actually had some of his best years in the last few. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think he could be a good swoop up for anyone.
Yeah, I agree.
He's definitely top tier. He's already starting for the Thunder, and he's proven to be pretty good already for his age.
Yep.
Despite the odds against him.
Yep.
And with all this big talk, Sixers, this guy going here, this guy going there for this and that, I personally think that the Sixers may or may not be doing nothing. Though they want to win. They have to, because they obviously got 4-0'd by the Celtics in the first round in a gigantic upset with their expectations, the championship, and the last offseason shattered. I think they may or may not go for like small signings in the offseason, if anything, and then try and maybe trade up for some people and maybe the regular season if anything comes up well.
Interesting. So you don't think we're going to do anything now is what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't think they have the money because obviously the cap space is being wasted on guys like Al Horford and Tobias Harris, who are obviously no better than what they were this playoffs and offseason. Tobias had this moments, but I'm definitely meh on the Al Horford signing, which was definitely terrible turning out in the later ends. In everyone that's being traded, I think it's definitely going to be Al Horford or Tobias. Nothing big, but
Got you.
definitely nothing big.
Yeah, sounds about right. But at the end of the day, so given the fact that you're saying we're going to be complacent, what do you think the Sixers will do this upcoming season? Do you think we'll improve? What's your win prediction total?
I think they definitely will improve. I'm going to play some maybe I'll give them a high rating. But it all depends on what shifts the tides on like who goes where, who signs here, and definitely with all the Giannis trade rumors, James Harden, Chris Paul, all these big guys. It all depends on who sways what and what the 76ers will be given an opportunity on. But definitely, like I said before, definitely guys like Al Horford, Tobias will be getting the boot either now or later.
Hey, there you go, man. Appreciate you for calling in, my guy. Shout out to you, bro. Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a nice night, man.
All right. Let's see, we got Eli. Eli, what's up?
Oh, what's up?
What's up? What's up? What you got for me?
I was thinking that like instead of trading, you could probably move Al Horford to the 6-man and use our picks to get what we need instead of just trading them away for old people.
Yeah.
Because we already got some vet leadership and like Kyle O'Quinn and those other old dudes at the end of the bench who we got Al Horford, as a shooting big man, but the chemistry just doesn't work with him,
Right.
So I think you definitely would want to trade his contract if you can. I think Tobias is okay if you move him to stretch 4.
I agree.
And yeah. And in the draft, I'd probably say like Tyrell Terry, high on him. Well, one thing that I'm kind of it's a little weird, but he's a 6'2" point guard, I think, who can grab 5 rebounds a night. Which I know that's not really what point guards supposed to do, but like.
Right.
It seems pretty impressive, and he can shoot really well, and he can just do everything on the floor. And yeah, he is a little bit of a liability on defense, but like when our entire team is set on all NBA defensive players, I think it would be okay if we could let one of them not be,
Yeah. Well, I think Terry's a very intriguing prospect. I think he's going to be on the top of our draft board if he's there, though, because I really think this guy is climbing up the draft boards. We might even have to package someone together just to even get him. But at the end of the day, I think he's really intriguing. I think you could put him alongside Ben. Like you said, move Tobias to the 4, have Ben kind of play like the point forward type of role. And overall, I think he would be great. Now, in terms of your Al Horford point, I hear you about being a 6-man. Look, Al Horford's a fine center off the bench. The only problem is that you're paying him $27 million. You know what I mean? And he's not producing as much as you would for a guy getting paid $27 million. So I think they're going to try to move him. At the end of the day, it's going to be hard in the next month and a half. But knowing Daryl Morey, he's got the firepower and the resources to get it done, in my opinion.
But there's, you know how there's all these trade rumors about Buddy Hield and everything, but like, I feel like the Al Horford and a pick to Sacramento seems really one-sided. I mean, like, they're giving up their. I mean, he's not young, but he's probably one of the best sharpshooters in the league. I mean, he won the 3-point contest this year. And I know he's unhappy there, but I feel like his value, if they wait maybe until the trade deadline or something, just so that they can see like that he's actually the real deal, and he can do everything that they say he can. I mean, like, their roster is so young, and I don't really know why they would trade for Al Horford when they got Rashawn Holmes. I know he's not great, but like, he's young.
And like, the only thing I would say is like maybe just the fact of Al Horford being kind of a mentor piece to some of those young guys, especially like a Marvin Bagley. But at the end of the day, I do agree with you. I think it's going to take more than just Al and the first round pick. Might even have to swap some players. They might ask for a Matisse Thybulle in that deal. So it definitely gets interesting. But if you can get a guy like Buddy to put around Ben and Joe, and the only thing I will say is that we do have some leverage, given the fact that Buddy has kind of showed signs of wanting to be out of there. So that's what I would say.
I think Marco Bellinelli. I mean, he's pretty interesting as a player. I mean, we of course we had him, but then we traded him. But I feel like everyone we traded fits well in our system. I mean, we had Landry Shamet, who we traded. We had Redick. We had Dario. We had Rocco. We had everyone that kind of fits our system perfectly. And there was a Smokeless YT video a little while ago showing like the net ratings of all the teams in the 2017 Sixers. Had like the highest net rating of all. And it's just because like how it was like Ben Simmons, JJ Redick, Robert Covington, Dario Saric, and Joel Embiid. Just saying that makes me happy because of how I can already see how spaced out the floor is, how much 3-point shooting there is, and how everything is smoothed so perfectly around them. Yeah.
I hear you, man. Hey, let me get your win prediction total before you get out of here.
All right. I mean, I think they're probably going to be I think people are overrating the Nets. I think they are going to be a good team, but they're not going to be that good. So I think it's going to be the probably like the oh no, that's tough. I think it's probably going to be the Celtics, the Raptors, the Heat, and then us. So probably the 4th seed. So probably like 45 wins, or maybe not. Maybe a little lower. Maybe like 40. I think we're gonna definitely be a playoff team, and yeah.
There you go, man. Hey, appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate the call. Shout out to you.
All right, see ya.
Have a good one, my guy. All right, we have a super chat from DJ Eastwood to DJ Eastwood. Shout out to him. Super chat himself. Says, "Ayo, DJ, you the best." There we go. There we go. Let's see. We won 58.9% last year. Sixers are on a title contender. Let's go ahead and get the next guy up in here, man. Tone DeShields. What's going on, bro?
What's good, RB? How you feeling, baby boy?
It's good. What's up, my guy? Hey, shout out to Tone. Got his own YouTube channel.
Yes,
definitely
sir.
Go check it out. Fire content. I'll let him promote himself as well, but just had to throw that in there. But what you thinking about, my guy?
Hey, listen, man. When it comes to the Sixers, honestly, despite the contract situation, they're really not in the worst shape. Because let's think about it. If they move Al Horford, right, for Buddy Hield, like the last guy said, you can't just send them Al Horford a pick and think it's gonna be okay.
Right.
9 times out of 10, you're going to have to part ways with, in my opinion. If I'm going to get Buddy Hield over here, no matter when, if it's at the trade deadline or whenever, if I'm going to get Buddy Hield over here, I'm going to send Al Horford over there, and I'm also going to send either Josh Richardson or Shake Milton. Now, I do like Shake. I do like Josh. But we're at this point now where we need to really fill it in around Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. And again, Josh has been productive, but he has problems with health. And when it comes to Milton, he's young, he's hungry, and him going to the Kings would be the perfect situation for him to probably get a starting job.
Yep.
Because he can put the ball on the floor. He's kind of clutch, and he can shoot a little bit. But we need, again, we need to fill in the roster around Simmons and Embiid. So, in my opinion, yes, Simmons at the 1, Hield at 2, and then we got matter of fact, we go get Danilo Gallinari. We find a way to get him somehow because he's going to be a free agent, correct?
Correct.
All right, so we find a way to. Okay, so we trade for Buddy Hield. That way we get the Al Horford contract out of here. And if we trade Shake, that means we made room for another guard. So therefore, boom, Buddy Hield comes over. Then somehow, some way, we find a way to get Danilo Gallinari at our 3 and Tobias at the 4 because I think Tobias is stronger than him.
Yep.
But Danilo, he's gotten to a point in his career where I don't know. It seems like he's getting better as he's getting older. Like it's weird.
I agree.
Danilo's able to put the ball on the floor now. It's insane. It's insane. And then next thing, and then obviously Joel and Embiid at the 5. But they're in a pretty good position. It's just a money situation. It's just a contract situation, honestly.
I hear you. Hey, you just sparked 3 questions in my head based off what you said. So number one, what I want to ask you, I guess this will kind of get this out of the way. So you said Ben Simmons at the 1, right?
Right.
Now, I know Doc's going to try to implement this positionless basketball, but based off your lineup, I know you didn't include a ball heavy type of guard in there that can create his own shot and do all that. Do you think that Ben Simmons needs that kind of guard next to him, or do you just consider Ben playing the 1 and being the primary ball handler?
For right now, mainly because Ben really can't do anything off ball unless you're running, maybe a pick and roll. He's rolling to the basket, or maybe he's at the dugger spot. But Ben without the ball in his hands, he's kind of just setting picks, taking up space a little bit. So,
well, what do you think about Ben in the point forward type of role and having that guard next?
Now I like that. Now I like that because if I'm being honest with you, if it was possible, I would find a way to get a guard that can shoot and put the ball on the floor. So obviously I'm Buddy Hield at the 2. I think we should find another guard at the 1 that can put the ball on the floor. Have Tobias at the 3, and then matter of fact, no, I'm sorry, have Tobias at the 4, Simmons at the 3, and Joe Billy at the 5, because that way Tobias allows them to stretch the floor, down low, and having Simmons at the wing, that allows him to still not be as exposed. So it's a game of rotations. Honestly, it can get real interesting, but I do not mind having Simmons, pushing the ball, mainly, lingering in that point forward spot, and you just fill him up with ball handlers and shooters.
Yep. I agree. Look, that's kind of my methodology on it. I think we need that guard next to Ben, the Kyrie to the LeBron type piece. And I think we can target one of them in the draft.
He takes some pressure off him. You're absolutely right. Yeah, you're right. Because Buddy Hield, yes, he can shoot, but I don't think he's proven to be able to really put the ball on the floor and go get his own shot at will. Not yet.
Exactly.
I know he did it in Oklahoma. He did go to Oklahoma, right?
What, put the ball on the floor?
No, Buddy Hield, what college he went to? Oklahoma, right?
Oh, Oklahoma, yeah.
So yeah, I know in the March Madness he was able to put the ball on the floor and get the any shot he wanted, but it's the NBA now, so he hasn't really proven that yet. So I do agree that we need to get another legit ball handler that can really put the ball on the floor and get to their own shot. Yeah. Shake can do that, but he's not consistent enough for me. And he's young. He's kind of erratic. You can't run the ball. You really can't run the game. You can't run the game through him. Let's say you take Ben off the floor. If Shake is your point, expect a lot of turnovers and mishaps. Honestly.
Yeah, I hear you. I think Shake needs to get a lot stronger. There's a lot that needs to go into Shake Milton's game. Yeah. I wouldn't mind parting with him, parting with Jay Rich. Look, you can. That's fine by me. We can find more guards like that. The
Right.
one piece that you didn't mention that I'm kind of scared that the Kings are going to ask for is
Alec
Matisse.
Burks.
Matisse
Matisse.
Thybulle. And
Now,
I
you know
don't
what?
want to give up Matisse. I don't want to.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't think they will. Mainly because, again, think about the package. Al Horford, and okay, let's say they do ask for Matisse, right? Let's just say they do.
Right.
Al Horford and Matisse, we just sent them two people that really can't get to their own shot at all. I don't see them taking Al Horford and then also taking a project 3-and-D guy. I don't see them doing that. If anything, if they do ask for Horford, they're going to want somebody that can at least put the ball on the floor, at least create something so they can at least say, okay, we didn't just trade Buddy Hield for some peanuts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Interesting.
mainly because of, Shake Milton's skill set, and we all know Matisse. We've seen him try to put the ball on the floor and get to his – it's not really pretty. He's great on defense. He needs to really solidify his three-point shot. I think Matisse is really going to be a legit 3-and-D guy for the Sixers. The Sixers need to find a way to keep him. Like, they cannot part ways with Matisse. His defense, he's been able to lock up some of the best guys.
I agree. And he's only getting – I mean, he's still young. He's only getting better. So, hey, with that being said, what are you thinking about this Sixers season? Obviously, the whole overhaul and everything. Like, do you think this is the year where we go? I mean, there's only 72 games, but do you think we hit that 50-win mark? What are you thinking?
So, since it's only 72 games, and we all know the Sixers are very dominant at home, so that's automatically like 35 wins right there.
Right.
In my opinion, because the Sixers, they're one of the best home teams ever. I think last year they only lost once at home. Like, they're one of the best teams at home. So, and how many games are there this year? 72?
72, yeah.
So they're definitely going to get more than 45 wins, in my opinion. I definitely see more than 45 wins. So I say between 45 to 50 wins, in that maybe fourth or third seed spot. Because I agree with the kid last time. Brooklyn's going to be good, but there's something about that team that I don't believe in.
I agree.
It looks good on paper. KD, Kevin, Kyrie Irving, Dinwiddie, LeVert. It looks good. You got all these guys that can create their own shot, but you also have a lot of guys that are waiting for their shot. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And when you have guys like that constantly behind you, that's just waiting, and they know they could care less about you. They care more so about getting their shine because, let's be honest, LeVert and Dinwiddie are trying to get big contracts.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And since Kyrie got there, that's been in the way. So I think that team's going to really implode later down the line. Boston's going to get better. The Raptors are going to get better. I heard Oladipo once out of Indiana. So who knows? Maybe the Sixers, again, it's going to be interesting. But at minimum, I give us 45 wins at minimum.
Hey, there you go. Appreciate it, my guy. Shout out to you.
Yes,
Shout out to your
sir.
channel. Let them know where to find you again.
Yes, sir. So everybody, y'all can find Tone DeShields II. Tone DeShields II on YouTube. The series is Chalk It Up, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge to the game. So I do Eagles content, Sixers content. Listen, RB, one of the best out here doing it. I'm trying to catch up to my man. So listen, make sure y'all show love to the guy. Show love to Tone DeShields II. ToneDeshields II on YouTube. Chalk it up. Eagles content, Sixers content. Lock in, y'all. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, my guy. Go sub him up. Have a good night, my guy.
Yes, sir. Be safe, man. One love.
Too, Alrighty. So with that being said, nobody else is waiting in the call line. We still got 90 people combined in the two chats. Overall, I feel like we've covered a lot. If we get any last phone calls, we'll put them up in here. But overall, I'm going to be having draft breakdowns the rest of the week. And then we're going to be doing a pre-draft stream next week, talking about like our final decisions, our final picks and all that. And then free agency starts. The trade ban is lifted next week. And there's just a lot, man. There's a lot going on. So I'm really excited to see what happens with the Sixers. I hope that we kind of, push the gate a little bit. I hope that we go out and make a major change. I hope that we get Al Horford's contract out, but nothing is really certain. Nothing's really certain at this point, given the fact that the season starts in a month and a half. It's kind of crazy, but let's see, man. We had that in Trey Burke. I agree. How do we feel about Kuzma? He's all right. He's an all right rotational type of piece. At the end of the day, is he going to come in here? What is it going to take to get Kuzma? That's the thing. I feel like they're going to ask for a lot more than he might even be valued for, but that's just me. I'm not too big of a fan of him in terms of the rotation now. Let's see. Brogdon, good shout out. Yeah, Brogdon would be nice on this team. We need a second guard with Ben, and we'd be good. We can shrink to 6'1". Kyle Lowry, man, that's you guys know I don't like Kyle Lowry as a person, but I mean he's tough. He is tough as a player. So Ben has to play to 4. I agree. Bledsoe for Horford. You wouldn't do it. I would do that but again, I don't think it would line up in terms of the contract. So if Matisse becomes a star for the Kings and Buddy stinks, we all say I regret it. Meanwhile, me and RB like Matisse won't trade him. Yeah, man, I don't want to get rid of Thibault like you said earlier on the Landry Shamet thing. I feel like we parted way too quickly, man, and we had to do it to get a Tobias Harris. But at the same time, like we got some. We've been look Landry Shamet, Matisse. Those are guys that have actually worked out, right? We have our guys that don't work out, but at the same time, we have some that do. And Matisse is just showing so much promise down the line, and he's going to be good. He's going to be good. Crazy this is all happening next week. It feels off. I agree, man. 1 week and 2 days until the draft. Ridiculous. It's crazy. Matisse is good. He's just another piece to me. I don't know. When can NBA teams trade players? Next week. Next week they're gonna lift like this trade ban, and then they're gonna allow us to start making trades and having free agency and all that. So it's gonna be interesting, man. But hey, we've been going for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Shout out to everybody. If we don't have anybody that wants to call in, get some last takes in. Probably get up on out of here in a couple minutes. If you guys are on my channel, I'd appreciate it if you do hit the like button. Definitely helps push this out, and subscribe to the channel if you are new and you like the content. If not, it's all good. But yeah, man, our big great live stream video. Appreciate that, my guy. Sixers should trade for Blake. Ooh, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of injury concern there. Like prime Blake, yeah, but right now, I don't know. Kawhi might come in free agency next year. Woo, that'd be a long stretch. Imagine that. Imagine Kawhi coming to Philadelphia. That'd be crazy. CJ McCollum, one of my big trade targets. If they want to break it up in Portland, well, you never know. CJ would be a great wing next to he'd be a great guard next to Ben Simmons. No doubt about it. Al for Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker, great trade for both teams. Interesting. I like Eric Gordon getting up there in age, but PJ Tucker's all right. He's just a tough glue type of guy. But hold on, we got a call up in here. David, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, I was just calling about that trade you just said. I think it works for both teams, but I think another trade that's great is if we trade Al Horford for some picks and clear up some cap space and maybe look at some free agents.
Interesting. So what kind of teams do you think would be in a market to trade Al Horford? To trade for Al Horford, I mean.
What's up? I think I lost you for a second.
So you said to trade Al Horford and to just get him off the books. Now, did you say include some picks in that or what?
Yeah, well, the space, so you can send him over there maybe for some second round picks.
You blanked out a little bit. Who'd you say?
Al Horford to the Knicks. They were looking to take on some cap space, and they have the 34th pick. So maybe something like that. Another second round pick.
Interesting. So
we can look at the free agents.
Do you think the Knicks would be really in line to take on a hefty Al Horford contract? I don't know. They're kind of young. You know what I mean? Rebuilding.
Well, they've been like doing the same thing for so long, and I think they want to kind of build a winning culture.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, there you go. I mean, look, any way that Sixers can get that contract off the books, I want to get him out of here. I want to get him out of here quick. All he's going to do is take up space. But at the end of the day, I feel like we might have to throw in an extra pick or two just to get him off, you know?
Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, I think there's teams out there that see value in Horford still.
As maybe like a starter.
Yeah, I think he's a starter caliber.
There you go. Hey, well, I hope other teams are aligning just what you're saying right now, because if we can get him off in the next month and a half, right? Like if someone could do it, it is Daryl Morey. So I hope we can get him out of here.
Yeah, for sure. We need to get him out.
But yeah, what else you got for me? Anything?
Oh no, that's it.
All right, man. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy.
Yeah, no problem.
Shout out to you, bro. All right, we got another caller in here. T Candy, what's up? What's up?
Yo, what's up, dude? Hey, I got a question about the Eagles, actually, about our defensive backs.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So, what do you think about Jalen Mills being their safety for the future? You think he's going to be any good, like here long term, or do you think we're going to have to get someone else, like maybe Kevon Wallace comes in, starts for us, or get someone else in free agency?
I like Kevon's upside. I think he has a long way to go in terms of development. So we're kind of seeing that this season. I've never been a Jalen Mills type of guy. He has played better at safety than corner. But I think it's going to be an area to address like in the next couple of years.
And do you think TJ Edwards is our best linebacker right now, or who do you think it is?
Probably TJ Edwards, maybe Duke Riley as well. But at the end of the day, we still need a lot more talent in that area, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's all I got, man.
So you got no Sixers talk? Nothing?
I mean, Sixers been letting me down this past year, man. Like,
hey, look, we're on the come up now. We're turning this thing around.
I really like the Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey hire, and we got some good assistant coaches in here. I think we're going to be on the – what would you rather keep, Simmons or Embiid?
Both.
Both?
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of either one. Not until
I'm on board with you with that too.
Hey, man, I think we're going to have a good season, though. A lot better than the Eagles are right now. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
Catch you later.
All right. Let's see. I feel like with Doc as a head coach, Daryl, we will have the great talent and be a second or third in the East. I agree. Should sign Christian Wood. Take a contract back. CJ, DJ, Augustine, Trey Burke, all suggestions to go out and get. Yeah, I think we need these kind of guards. Top 5 coaches, man, that's hard. That's hard right now. Let's see. Vin has sources. Al will be gone next week. Trust. I don't know. I heard that, but we'll see. Hold up. We got MG Nas in the building. What's going on?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on? What you got for me?
All right. So my question is, if we keep the same roster we have right now going into this season, should Matisse Thybulle be implemented in the starting lineup over Shake Milton or Josh Richardson?
Over Shake or Josh Richardson? I kind of like Matisse in the 6-man role, to be honest. Like, I like his presence coming off the bench. I still like him playing starter minutes, but coming off the bench.
Right.
But I think eventually, like, if he's shooting the ball and knocking down, kind of how he was in the beginning of last year, I think he might force the hand. You know what I mean? Like, you might have to put him in a starting lineup.
And I know Doc with the whole 6-man Lou Williams role. If he is a 6-man, I expect him to be 6-man of the year candidate. I mean, he flies all over the court on defense, and like you said, when he's knocking down his shots, it's just he's one of the best two-way players in the league, and I'm really excited to see his growth. But I think by next season, the 2021 season, I think he will be a starter, and he will be defending those big guys like Jason Tatum, the Kemba Walkers, those type guys, Jimmy Butler. I expect his role to increase and increase, but I really wouldn't mind if he's the 6-man or in the starting lineup. So,
yeah, I agree. I think he's just going to keep developing. I think Doc's going to teach the guy how to put the ball on the floor too. I think, just how Doc has always had that kind of like premier 6-man on his team. Like, I'm excited to see what he does with Matisse, especially with this kind of defensive presence we're building here. But I'm excited. So,
yeah, I agree. But hopefully Al Horford is out of here, so we won't have to worry about having the same roster. Because
we need to make a change, my guy. We need to make a change quick.
And I think Daryl Morey and I think he will push the general manager's hand a little bit just to kind of make some type of changes. Because I don't think this current roster as a championship roster, I think we're a deep to mid playoff team. But
Right.
this roster currently, if we want to go farther, we got to make a little bit of changes. And getting rid of Al Horford, maybe changing the starting roles a little bit, that could be beneficial. But hopefully Al Horford is gone, and Matisse Thybulle can with more minutes, and Raul Neto doesn't get starting minutes over guys like Glenn Robinson and Alec Burks. So
Yeah, man. I think that we're gonna fill out the end of our roster, especially in free agency. Like we're gonna pick up some of these vets to come off the bench. We need more of like a structured roster, like from one to the end. So, and I think if anybody could do it, is Daryl Morey. You know what I mean? So, like you said, I think he's going to be heavy and aggressive, and they're going to talk about what we need, and I think they're going to get it done. So, that's what I think, man. But hey, any prediction? Any win prediction?
We got 72 games. I think we can win about 50, lose 22.
There we go. I love it, my guy. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you for coming on.
No doubt, no doubt.
Appreciate you, my guy. All right, and we got one more call returning for a third time. Let's go, Bird. What's up?
So I have a question for you, bro. Who are your playoff teams, East and West? If it takes too long, just do East then.
I can't really answer that yet, given the fact that we're not at the season. Like, I would need to see how the roster shape out, but like off the top of my head, I'd say the Sixers, Celtics, Raptors, Milwaukee, probably the Pacers, and then you'll probably see like a couple of these sleeper ones in. Brooklyn will probably make it. And honestly, you'll probably see a team like an Orlando, or even if they actually stay healthy for once, maybe the Wizards, maybe. But
yeah, and also Daryl Morley's made 77 trades, and there's only in Houston, and there's only one trade I did not like. That was a Clint Capella trade because they traded their only center on their team. But I trust them to make a trade for like a CJ McCollum or a DJ Augustin, because I think DJ Augustin is available for trade. That'd be a great scoring guy on our bench. That, and maybe what's his name again? Forgot. Buddy Hield. I trust him to make that trade too, but if it costs Matisse, like I said, I would not do that at all.
yeah,
But yeah.
I think Augustine has like a player option. He might be a free agent. McCollum would be a nice wing if we could get him. But yeah, I hear you. We just got to make the roster better. We got to fill out the roster. So,
and with Daryl Morley, a Trey Burke trade would be try saying that 10 times fast. A Trey Burke trade would be amazing. Like, especially with our GM that we have right now, like it would be great. I mean, it wouldn't take a lot, but getting Trey Burke back, or maybe like a JJ Redick back, I trust our GM right now, Elton Brand and Daryl Morley, to come together and make a great trade work.
yeah, I think they're going to make something profound at least, like they're going to make something happen. So we'll see what happens, man. We got a month and a half to go.
Yeah, but of course with this coronavirus, you never know. Maybe nobody makes any moves.
Yep, I know, man. Hey, we'll see what happens. But the next 2 weeks are going to tell a lot, how like the direction of this team, where we go. So
crazy to think the draft is 1 week away.
Crazy, my guy. But hey, appreciate you for calling in. Third time's a charm, right? Hey,
yes, sir.
Let them know. Last time, how many wins is this team getting?
I said 50 at best case because we were playing 72 games.
Yep.
Now I'm realizing we're playing 72 games this year, so I'm going to lower that even more. 47 wins, maybe. 47, 48, because barely playing any games, and we just got a whole new coaching staff that are playing with a whole new bunch of players. So
there you go. Sounds about right. All right, my guy. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Peace, my guy. All right, let's see. Question: what's it like to be a Sixers fan? A lot of pain, but hopefully that turns around. Win prediction: 50 wins. Let's see. Thybulle needs to try his best to stay out of foul trouble. Just being honest, I agree. I think that'll come with time. Can't imagine any Horford trade. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. But we'll see what happens, man. You're forgetting Miami. Oh, yeah, that's another one. Miami would definitely be in the playoffs, but let's see. We got one last caller. Eli, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
So, and I've already called in. I know. But I got one more thing.
Let's hear it. Finish this off strong.
So, in the off season, if we do end up picking up someone, I think yes, shooting is probably the biggest problem, but I think like a person like a Ricky Rubio, who like can floor space, or like a just like an elite passer, an old person that can do that, is also really good.
Yeah.
Like I know Ricky Rubio isn't like known for his crazy 3-point shot or anything, but like in some seasons he can put up 6 or 7 assists per game, and coming off the bench.
Yeah, I hear you. I think we're gonna go for one of those seasoned vets like that. Even like a Dragic, I could see us going for. So I agree with you.
Yeah. I don't think Dragic, because I think the Heat love him too much to let him go. But like a Ricky Rubio or anyone like that. Also, to be honest, well, we all know how like Shake Milton was a late pick, and how Matisse wasn't that late, but like, usually from 20, like pick 20 and above, you don't really expect that much from them, It's like
Right.
boomer. So recently they've been, good with drafting everyone and stuff. Do you think that all right, this is a question for you. Do you think that now that they have even better, more approved coaches and everything, that they're gonna actually make how Manu was a 50 overall pick or something? You think they're gonna
Right.
pick up someone like? I mean, they've already basically proven themselves from getting Mikal Bridges, Shake Milton, Matisse Thybulle. All those dudes were pretty late in the draft. You think they're gonna pick up someone like that?
I think they're going to pick up some quality guys in the second round. And again, this year, there hasn't been this whole process combine where you can get a real look at these guys. So I think we could find some hidden gems in the second round. We got 4 picks in the second round. There's going to be some good talent left up there, even some undrafted guys. So I think we're going to pick them up. And like you said, our staff, I think we're going to be able to develop them much better than other teams. So that's just my opinion on it.
Also, Tobias Harris, when we got him, came off of a season year with a 40% from 3 and averaging 20 a game. And I know he was the only guy on that team at that point, but still, when if we move him to the 4 and he can just be a spot up corner shooter, Ben's really good. I'm pretty sure he leads the league in passing out to 3-point shooters to score. So do you think Brett Brown just utilized him wrong as a 3? The reason why our team, one of the main concerns on our team was speed, having a 35-year-old center as our power forward and a 6'11" power forward as our small forward. I think that was a big issue, and I think I'd rather just have. Well, for a part of the season, they kind of just did they put Al Horford on the bench, and they played better with him on the bench. But then they brought him back in the playoffs because Brett Brown's Brett Brown and doesn't really understand coaching. But
I agree, but
again,
at the same time, you're gonna have to find Al Horford can't just sit on the bench and come off all the time as a $27 million player. You know what I mean? So, the main concern is going to be moving Al Horford.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Tobias Harris thrives best in his natural position, which is the 4. Ben Simmons is a power forward, but I think, again, he can be kind of our 3 and be a guy who can have the ball sometimes, not have the ball sometimes, and do everything like a point forward does. So that's what I'm looking for in this offense.
Yeah, and there was one more thing. There's been a trade rumor that the Sixers get Gordon Hayward, and in exchange we give up we get Gordon Hayward and a first round pick for Josh Richardson, Al Horford, and Matisse. And I know you hate giving up Matisse, and I do too. And I know that he's gonna be a all defensive first team and a great 3-and-D player. But like, what are your honest thoughts on that? If say you didn't think of Matisse that highly, like, would you do that?
Well, first off, Gordon Hayward it depends if he takes his player option or not. That's number one. Two, in terms of trading for Gordon Hayward, I would like Gordon Hayward on this team, but again, I don't want to overpay him. And then at the same time, I'm not giving up that whole package for Gordon Hayward. I don't think he's worth as much as what you just said. I think Gordon Hayward, a trade, you'd have to give up a piece and probably a pick. But again, you're still going to have to pay the guy. And given his injury history, I don't know if he can still play like the Gordon Hayward I used to see 5 years ago. So that's how I feel about it.
When he had that horrible injury, the first game of the series or the first game of the season in 2017, and then he had an ankle injury this season, and a lot of small injuries that put him out for a while. His value has definitely dropped. Dropped a lot. And
right.
The Celtics. They're paying this dude $34 million a year or something like that for him to average like 15
Yeah,
points.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be worth it for the
Injured
Sixers.
for 45 games. So
Yeah, if you got to give up something
I don't
and you
know-
got to pay him, I don't think it's worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a locker room dude or something like that, but his value has definitely dropped a lot. So maybe we could swoop in and pick him up.
Maybe, man. We'll see what happens.
But that was-
But yeah, man. We'll see what happens, man. A lot gonna happen the next week and a half, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for calling in, my guy. Shout out to you, both calls. Appreciate it, my guy.
Yeah.
Have a good one, bro. Let's see. So Ted, everyone wants to get rid of Horford. I agree, but what are we back to then? What happens when Joe goes down? I agree. It's a good point. And that's why I think we want to pick someone up like a Harrell in free agency if we can get rid of Horford. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, I might go live for the draft. I'm thinking about it. We'll see what happens, but it'll be a lot of fun. Drummer Boy, appreciate you, my guy. Shout out to you. Ben Simmons out of here. Who would you rather have? Neither. None to old need young ballers. I agree. Hey, but with that being said, shout out to everybody, man. Whether you're on my channel or Eastwood's channel, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate all the call-ins. Had a lot of fun with that. Hopefully, we'll be doing it again soon. Again, I'm going to be dropping draft breakdowns and free agency, a whole bunch of stuff in the next week. Can't believe it's here already, but it is. So a lot of big things to come. If you guys are on Eastwood's channel, I appreciate it. If you hit the like button and then come to my channel, hit the like button. Shout out to all you guys. Hit the subscribe if you're new. Appreciate you guys. Hit the notification bell. And shout out to everybody that's been in here for a while, man. Appreciate you guys a lot. Looking forward to talking some Sixers. A lot of it in the next week and a half. And then the next month, we got the season starting. So can't wait. Shout out to Eastwood for my guy for coming on here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hope you guys have a great rest of my night. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I don't even know why I said that. I guess I'm just tired at this point. But, hey, I think we had, honestly, like 30 calls. So we had a lot, man. Hope you're doing good, bro. Just tuning in. Shout out to you, Heath. Appreciate you, my guy. What about Keith Morris? Hey, we need a tough guy like that. We need a tough guy like that. So I agree, man. But, hey, appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a good night. And, hey, catch you on the next one. Peace.